brought to you by Roto-Rooter, the experts in plumbing, drains, and water cleanup. Oregon versus Oregon State.
Masoli to throw it, takes off, delivers a shot and makes the first down. Lance Mitchell came up to meet the quarterback. Masoli won the battle.
It's Rivalry Week on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM, 1080 AM, and the Odyssey app.
Hey, what it do? What's up? Good Friday. What's going on?
It's another beautiful day in the Rose City.
God, it is a great day out there.
WrestlePalooza coming up.
What?
I don't know. Like
WrestlePalooza?
I looked up on, because we have ESPN on. Apparently now, because of like the merger, like with like UFC and W, like for whatever reason, ESPN and WWE are now like making love.
Wait, WWE and
ESPN.
Okay.
Like that, like ESPN is I can.
Yeah, they now have like some sort of controlling interest, so they're going to be broadcasting a lot more.
Oh.
So we're going to get more wrestling news as news and not just wrestling.
I kid you
stuff.
not.
Huh.
Whenever now I because like I don't know about you, but like with my somewhat award-winning show prep. I mean, it's not your show prep that
Thank
actually
you.
wins awards.
Thank you.
I'm nominated. My award-nominated show prep. So I always go by ESPN.com at some point, and I hand to God, like 9 times out of 10, there is a WWE story somewhere in the first 2 pages of ESPN.com.
Yuck.
And I'm like, what are we doing?
Well, you know what they're doing. They have the contract.
And so now,
They're going to shove it down your throat.
So I sit down and I look up, and sure enough, apparently there's something called WrestlePalooza now that's happening.
It's like going to like your favorite news site and finding information about the Real Housewives or something. Like it's not that it's not happening and maybe they don't have an interest, but that's not the news we're coming there for.
And look, I get it. If you're into wrestling, and you know, like, and that's your gig,
There are websites for that.
yeah, more power to you, man. Like whatever you need to get through your day. And I get it, soap opera, you know, but for men, you know, it's
Is it
like,
still as popular as it used to be?
I don't know.
I'm not sure the popularity has ever waned. I think it's kind of always been there. It seems like they are always selling out their events still.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like the following
right.
just doesn't die.
But now between McAfee and whatever this new deal they have with Disney, I just, of all the things that are happening around us, and there's a lot of surreal things happening. I think honestly the most surreal thing is that we are now covering, like as a sports community, people are covering wrestling as if it's a real sport. The one today I saw, this was on the front page of ESPN, was sit-down interview with Brock Lesnar ahead of some match with John Cena at WrestlePalooza. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's the big fight or the big match in Indy this weekend, right?
I don't, is that where WrestlePalooza is at?
That's just what I think what I saw on the Chiron graphic up there.
So the thing that popped up, there was a story on Luka being skinny, on everyone hating Tua, and then right here, look, front page. It's the second story down.
Yeah, I see it there.
Hey guys, there's a countdown right now to WrestlePalooza. Like what?
Well, they have the contract. They have an interest in promoting it. Is it possible that everyone knows that wrestling's not real, but they want it treated as if it's real for a little whimsy in such a wild world? Is that so wrong though? Like, who cares?
It's weird. to
No,
me.
no, that's not wrong. But grouping it in with the actual sports that don't have predetermined
but-
outcomes is a little odd.
But ESPN, I mean,
the fact that above the Liberty and Mercury playoff story, which is who's the Oregon gal?
Sabrina Ionescu?
No, the other one.
Satu Sabali?
Yeah, Satu. Digs deep to push Mercury to Game 3. Above that story is inside Seth Rollins' quote injury, the biggest deception in WWE history. What are we like? Come on. It's just, I understand that we shouldn't take ESPN seriously anymore because it's just ESP Stephen A. Smith. But
Come on.
like, do you have any shred of like integrity anymore? Any sort of journalistic like chops at all? The ESPN, like, do you even care? Or are we just something called WrestlePalooza?
Well,
is your top story?
a wise man once said, always follow the money.
I guess.
And fella, ESPN doesn't care about anything but money, just like every big company. Disney, same.
Yeah.
So that's what you're gonna get.
Does it say something though that the money is in something called WrestlePalooza?
No, a lot of people watch it.
Does it say how close to idiocracy are we?
Well,
I
I think we're kind of right there.
we're right there. Yeah.
And that's been pretty obvious for a while now. But,
Yeah.
just have a little whimsy, okay?
Hey, how about this one, Winsy? Today is my husband John's 41st birthday. He's been listening to you guys for
His
17
name's
years.
Josh.
Josh? Oh, sorry. I thought it said John. Some guy was like, yes, wait, no, it's not me. Josh, happy 41st birthday, you old son of a bitch.
Sucks being old.
It does. But thank you for listening for 17 years. This son of a bitch. And happy birthday. And hopefully your wife who gave you that shout out does something cool to you or for you or around you. I don't know. Whatever it is
Maybe
that
she just gives you a hug.
I like that you started with to you,
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not for you.
It is his birthday.
it's hey Josh, it's your birthday, man. Go for something cool. Go for something that normally, doesn't happen.
Well, so it begins tonight. We have Mariners Astros,
Yes.
game 1.
Dare I say, biggest series of the year.
Dare you say?
Yeah.
What would be a bigger series than this?
Well, something involving the Mets, but still, I mean,
Oh, you're saying in all,
all of baseball.
All of baseball, biggest series of the year?
this is a
I mean,
huge-
that's possible, right?
Yeah.
This is
They
a huge
come in
se-
tied with a week to go.
Well, is there
like-
any other division that's tied? I don't think so.
I don't think
or
so.
they, let alone playing each other?
And they're a game back. Both teams are a game back of Detroit. And so not only is the division on the line, but potentially the 2 seed and then getting a bye. I mean, this is massive. This is huge.
Looking forward to it. Hopefully
Yes.
we can watch it here in the studio. I don't know if we can.
I don't think we can. Which is one of the more maddening things.
Actually, I think
about.
I can. I've got Danny logged in over here on the MLB app, and he's got it. His is through the Cardinals.
So it's not going to get blocked out?
No, not because it thinks he's in St. Louis.
Are you certain? Because
No, I'm not.
I was
Yeah,
going to say,
I think even if he picks the Cardinals
It's
as
still
his main
blocked.
team, it
Yeah.
still knows where you are, and
Oh.
it'll be a
because
restricted
we're
local
both
blackout.
logged into Danny's MLB on my TV too. And
Damn
whenever
it.
I've tried to find the Mariners, it's always
Oh
blocked
yeah, it
out.
says stream on Root Sports.
Yes.
So how do we get Root Sports, guys?
I don't think we do. So I just go to I stream it on my computer. Even though Stream East is down, you can still find it.
Oh, is there a new one?
Well, there's meth streams and there's
Meth?
yeah.
That's the name of it. Yeah.
Now I will tell you now,
Whoa.
and this is true. Meth streams and crack streams are both alternate sites, and while they both work, whenever you went to Stream East, they always have the little pop-up windows that you have to navigate.
Yeah, a lot
right.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones on Stream East were always gambling. The ones on the meth streams and cracked are not gambling.
What are they porn?
They're porn.
Yeah.
So there was I want to say maybe 2 or 3 Thanksgivings ago. So my front room, we have a streaming box, and then in my dining room on the TV, we just have I have a PlayStation hooked up, and that runs Netflix and all the streaming apps and whatnot. And so we were sitting around, and someone was like, "Hey, pull up Thanksgiving football," and I was like, "Oh, no big deal." So I went, and the Stream East wasn't really working. I was like, "Oh, no big deal." So I'll pull up mess streams or whatever, because it's got a little browser on there. So I went to pull it up, and everyone's gathered around. We had friends, family. We're just kind of milling around. And I went to pull it up, and I clicked on, it was the Lions or whatever, and I clicked on the game,
Uh-oh.
and it's on the big screen, on the 60-inch
All
TV.
the kids.
Everyone's
Huddled
now,
around.
there wasn't little kids,
When's
but
the game start, Dad?
so I click on the link,
Daddy, what's that?
and I kind of forgot that when there's a pop-up window, and then you have to close out the pop-up window, and then you can click play. Well, let's just say the pop-up window was the story of
Dad, what is he doing?
Thanksgiving. Just everyone. Oh,
Hey,
oh.
Whoa.
And they make the little X on the pop-up window so damn small.
Yeah, you got to hunt
You
for it.
gotta hunt for it. And let me tell you,
And the kids love that.
and it's a little finger, that you have to click on it with. Yeah, let's just say that the finger we're having a hard time finding things. So just be careful if you are gonna if you're gonna try to find it on a streaming site. Just be aware you may have to navigate a
Are
window.
there other streaming sites?
There's a million.
Because I
but
don't.
There's a bunch, but I just
knew Stream East.
Stream East, and then there's the mess stream ones, and then there's Cracked. But if you go to Reddit, you can there's a bunch of them.
Reddit.
Well, Reddit has
Reddit's where you can go find.
that's
the
where you can go
links.
find them.
Yeah.
So
Boy. What did we do before Reddit?
I don't know. I think you just randomly Google things.
It's kind of like, what did we do on Saturdays before Pat McAfee? You know?
Yeah, that
I
one,
mean,
bro. Man, I don't even know.
boy.
Before endless breadsticks and Olive Garden salad.
Yeah, right. Just serious lines of demarcation in society right there.
Really is, right?
All right.
Somehow
Well, you guys,
we press on.
it's a big night. We got a baseball game that's big. It's what is it? Brian Wu v. Hunter Brown tonight. Great matchup.
Yeah.
I watched Brian Wu. You know how in Alaska Airlines they have like they're partners with the Mariners, and so they have like these little Mariner vignettes. You know, they give you the free TV thing.
Yeah. Oh.
So I watched a couple of those the last time I was on an airplane, and boy, let me tell you, that Brian Wu, he sure can pitch, but man, he's a bore.
Oh, really? Just
Him and Logan Gilbert. I mean,
I don't know if I've ever heard an interview with Brian Wu.
well,
I don't think I have either.
you don't need to.
I saw one
those.
video of him calling
mean-
his parents to say that he was going to the All-Star game.
By the way, I really like those little videos when they show like someone getting called up to the bigs, or you
Yeah.
know, you
They're pretty cool.
You call home.
You found out
was-
they've won an award or something like that.
This was in spring training,
Yeah.
and so they'd show up at Brian Wu's house in the morning, and Brian Wu would be like, "Hello, come on in.
Welcome to my home.
I'm drinking coffee.
This is great.
Here's my roommate,
Yeah.
some guy playing video games."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay,
Those are tough.
I'm ready to start my day. Come on." And he puts on a backpack and he gets in his truck.
That's it.
And he's like, "Okay, we're driving to the facility. Should be a great day." All right, cool. Hey, okay, we're here. Let's get our day started.
See,
And then they show him taking I think they had him taking bunt fielding drills.
Well, see, that's on whoever decided.
Riveting.
Whoever decided to do that. Shame on you for not understanding that Brian Wu is a bore, and go find someone, even
Well,
if they're not.
I don't think they have. Logan Gilbert was the same way.
That's
Cal Raleigh's got a pretty good
there you
personality,
go.
but
Fine.
he's too big to do those things.
Find
Julio?
Yeah, get Julio, JP, maybe. I
Those
don't
guys
know.
won't do it. That's why
Find
they're doing.
somebody.
So then, the one thing I did learn about Brian Wu is he likes to golf. Okay,
Yeah.
they had a putting green in
And
his.
did that make you happy?
Well, he said,
He's got a putting green in his house.
No, this is at spring training.
Oh, I was gonna
He's
say,
renting a
rented
house,
a house.
and there was a putting green at
Yeah,
the house,
yeah.
and he was out there.
By the way, so we rent a house because we go down to the Barrett Jackson auction every year, which is down there in Scottsdale, and we rent a place down there every year. I'm convinced that any home in Scottsdale is required to come with a pool and a putting green.
Yeah.
I think it's just standard.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think it's just standard fare. It's like it's like, hey, what's the deal with this house? Like, what do you mean it doesn't have a putting green? We're like, I'm not renting this place.
Hey, a very famous person turns 34 today, along with Josh, who turns 41.
Yes, happy birthday, Josh or John, whatever your name is. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you who that is coming up next.
Okay,
Because I thought about him today.
did you?
Yeah. He's a famous Portlander. No, he is a famous person who played in Portland.
Turning 34.
Yeah, you got any guesses?
Uh,
Big birthday.
Big birthday.
Big-
34.
Big birthday. Yeah, so we'll get to that in the college football weekend before the weekend. We're going to start there, okay? Thanks for being with us on a Friday on 105.1 The Fan.
He's back. Brought to you by Roto-Rooter on the Fan Sports Network.
What?
Okay, not to hijack a wonderful Football Friday,
But we're about to.
but I just have to point out that someone very important turns 34 today.
Okay.
And I wonder if you can guess who it is. He is a Portland sportser, not from here.
Dame?
He is, well, very close. He is largely responsible for the best postseason of the last 25 years of Blazers history, and yet no one seems to care about him.
Is it like LaMarcus?
Should that not give it
But
away?
he's not 34. He's way older than that. CJ?
Siege.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday, Siege. Gotta give a little love to Siege. I was thinking about him today.
And he's in D.C. now, is that right?
Boy,
'Cause I think he got traded.
Pelly's.
I think he's with the
I think
Wizards.
he's a
Wizards.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he is a Washington Wizard.
He's in that leftist hellhole, D.C.
No, it's all cleaned up, man.
Thank God
There's
they,
no crime. Not one piece of crime.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you mentioned Aldridge. You know, is there a better Blazer who isn't all that revered? Like Aldridge is probably
He's the guy.
that.
Yeah.
CJ's kind of in that. He's in that camp. Like, dude, that series against Denver, the games. I think it was Game 7, right? And then they go 7 games. Didn't he have
Yes.
that was his game? It
That
was the Siege game.
Yes. Well, he was great that series.
He was amazing.
Yes. And he will go down as a
And it doesn't. Nobody cares. Nobody remembers it.
Nah, he'll be a footnote.
And that's the best thing they've done in 25 years. That's the best. Going all the way back to 2000, they haven't done anything other than that.
Yeah, but Dame is still always going to get the only thing that anyone will remember about those teams is Dame. And outside of that, people are like, ho hum. Well, and
Yeah.
LaMarcus had some huge
I guess-
playoff moments here, and no one cares.
I guess that's my whole point is why? Why is that? Why do you think that is? I mean, the West Finals, they got to the West Finals.
Uh-huh.
Furthest they've been 25 years.
Yeah.
He's the guy that got him there
Mhm.
with those performances. And, no one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I'm pointing out
Well,
here.
I just think it's one of those things where, because the way it ended, and everyone knew that there was a limit to where you were going to go with those two guys, and I think the idea was that had you moved on from him earlier and O'Shea not fallen in love with that things could have been different. So I think stuff gets lumped on his shoulders that shouldn't.
Well, and it also may go to show you that, you know, Lillard, of course, Lillard the better player.
Yes.
So that matters. But also Lillard just connected with the community
Yes.
in a much better way than CJ ever
Siege
did.
was I don't know. I'm not going to say he was aloof, but he was.
Well, he was aloof
he
for
was
sure.
a different cat.
Yeah, very aloof.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's not forget his greatest contribution.
Oh.
She is an aloof bitch.
No, not that.
Not that.
No.
This.
Willamette.
I wonder if he knows that he changed my life forever.
Willamette.
I have spent the vast majority of my life here, and it wasn't until that one clip that I started calling it by its proper name.
The
which,
Willamette.
which is the Willamette. And
Willamette.
I will call it nothing but. In fact, when I hear someone actually call it by its name, I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Willamette.
What do you
Well, look,
mean?
you are from here. You
Yes.
spent most of your life here.
Yeah.
As someone who is not from here,
Yeah.
it is the first thing you do is you think it's
Yeah.
the Willamette.
Yeah.
And you're quickly corrected. What is amazing about the Willamette clip
Yeah.
from Siege
Yeah.
is that he had lived here for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And he still said it that way.
And it just
Fascinating.
it makes me so happy. And so to CJ on your birthday, I wish I had gotten you something because you have gifted me something, and that is the gift of the mighty Willamette. Thank you.
Willamette.
Thank you.
So now to the weekend before the weekend in college football.
Yeah, because this weekend's a little bit of an appetizer, even though it's supposed to be kind of like the big rivalry week here from Wada Next week is the week that people are jazzed up for.
Yeah. But before we get to next week,
Yeah, we got to get through this one.
we got to get through this one.
Yeah. And we'll see. Hey,
Yeah,
I-
there'll be good games.
I will say this about the rivalry week. Funky things can happen. Now, we don't expect
Is this
them-
rivalry week? I mean, it's for Oregon or State and Washington,
Yes.
Washington State, but is it everywhere
Oh,
else?
God, no.
Yeah.
No.
So it's really not rivalry week.
But it's...
It used to be rivalry week back when it was in November and they all
yes,
played on the
they all
same
play.
weekend.
Yes.
But that's not the case
No.
anymore.
But, for us,
Sorry, Roto Rooter, but
are you denying rivalry
well, I mean,
week?
it's not really up here. It is, I guess.
Yes.
It's good enough.
It
but-
is. How about this? It's the upper left rivalry week. That's what we have. That's what we're left to deal with. Look, it's better than
Well,
nothing.
here's what we have.
Honestly, the game that I'm most looking forward
Yeah,
to
right out of
is Texas Tech Utah.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
It's the big nooner.
Yes.
Or maybe it's not the big nooner.
It is the big news.
Is it?
But it is a 10 a.m. local kickoff.
Yeah,
Huh?
10 a.m. there.
Oh,
Mountain
Because
time.
it's 9 a.m. for us,
Yes.
Mountain Time. But so for them,
Yeah.
I mean, at least for Oregon Northwestern last week, locally, that was a noon kickoff.
so when you said that it was locally, I assumed you meant this. I was like, what? It's at 10? Like, that's weird.
No.
Yes. Mountain time. Which, by the way, Mountain is such a weird sort of thing. It's kind of the bastard time zone.
I don't like it.
If we don't get baseball and it goes to Salt Lake and kind of feels like it's going to go to Salt Lake, it is going to be strange because Major League Baseball wants that 7:10 first pitch, and it's either going to be a 6:10 first pitch or an 8:10 first pitch. It's going to be there's a strange little
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet they start at 6 Mountain. Don't you think? Like, I think haven't even some of the West Coast teams like the Mariners, haven't they started before 7 now? Or is it still 7?
Almost all of the games that I see with the Mariners are 7:10. When they're home, they're 7:10 first pitches.
So that's 6:10 out there.
It'd be 6:10 out there. Because I would assume that having an 8:10 pitch on a weekday in Salt Lake, that's a rough
tough.
ask. That's a rough ask of fans, but
Well, the Mormie's got to get to bed.
that is true. And no caffeine to stay up either.
Gotta pray.
Gotta pray. And,
Things to
you know,
do.
got things, yes.
Not
There's
going out late.
There's important things, although you're not drinking, so you could probably wake up and still feel refreshed.
So Texas Tech, Utah.
Yeah.
Great game. Big 12. This is a huge one for I think there's a lot of people who believe that Texas Tech and Utah are the two best teams in the Big 12.
I think that it's more than some people.
You know?
I mean, no offense. I've seen Iowa State. I just don't think Iowa State's offense, despite the fact that Joel Klatt wants to make sweet, sweet football love with their quarterback, I just don't think that is a realistic in today's football world. I don't think you're good enough offensively, and I think you want
to make sweet, sweet football love with Dan Landry.
Whoa. By the way, the text line is in saying that the Mariners, at least first half of the season, go 6:30, 6:40
okay
for earlier in the
for
year.
earlier.
I don't know
All right.
why. Maybe because the kids are in school.
Kids are in school, maybe, I don't know, or yeah. So maybe there's room for compromise there. Because that's the whole reason why people think that Portland has a leg up is that he wants that time slot. The commissioner has said that he wants that West Coast time slot. And, I doubt that 1 hour is going to, if Salt Lake is that far ahead of us, I don't think that that's going to be the sole deciding decision. But it's nice that we can provide that West Coast time frame.
I mean, if they start at 7 in Salt Lake, it's only 6 out here.
6 out here.
That's perfect.
And maybe you could do something. If the Mariners have been playing a bunch of games at 6:30, 6:40, could you do a compromise and kind of split the difference?
So Red Raiders, Utes, I trust Kyle Whittingham.
As do I.
In Kyle Whittingham, we trust.
Sweep it, all three of us.
Yeah.
Which probably means that Texas Tech will.
And it is in that.
It is, yes.
It is in that worrisome top 5 most bet sides of the weekend.
So we've been saying all year, this is kind of one of my things, is that if you line up all of the bets on the board that are the most heavily bet by the public, go against them, you'll win money. So far this season, you would be 13-2 against the spread if you bet against those teams. Now so the 5 that we have this week, Utah -3 is number 5.
Yes. And now that's at home. So basically they're saying that this is close to a pick'em game. Because it's at Rice Eccles. And it's interesting because it's not like either squad has been tested at all. I mean, Texas Tech has played Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State. Now, I did not watch them play Pine Bluff, and I did not watch them play Kent State. I did watch all of the Oregon State game. And the two Utes, I watched them play UCLA. I did not watch them play Cal Poly, and I watched them play a little bit of Wyoming. So
Did you say Utes?
Yeah,
2 Utes.
Yeah, the 2 Utes.
So I've seen a little more of Utah.
Is that underrated?
It's a great.
It's a good flick.
It's great.
It's underrated.
Yes, it is. And all I can go with is by my eyeballs. And for me, Utah is more impressive to me than Texas Tech.
I agree with that.
When I watch Texas Tech and Oregon State, and this is not a slight towards Texas Tech, but if you asked me on a sliding scale, was I more impressed with Texas Tech or was I more unimpressed with Oregon State? I would say maybe a 65 to 70% slide is going to be I was unimpressed with Oregon State. I thought there were plays to be made against Texas Tech, and I thought Texas Tech was very fortunate that Oregon State didn't show up. And that goes from turnovers to short fields. I mean, Texas Tech converted 3 3rd and 20s, including one of them on a screen pass that went for a touchdown.
So supposedly they beefed up in the transfer portal?
Yes.
Where?
A lot of along the lines.
That's good because
Yes.
they'll need that against Utah.
Utah has arguably it's not even arguably. Utah has the best offensive line in college football.
Don't they have two guys
two
that are going to
guys-
be first-round picks?
Yes.
That's crazy.
At both tackles.
And they have a quarterback this
They
year.
finally have a quarterback.
Their quarterback can sling it.
And Dan Fear. So
Where did he come from? And how did they finally find one in Kyle Whittingham's 20th year there?
when it does feel like whenever Utah has a quarterback, they're fine. He came from
New Mexico.
I was gonna say UNLV or New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Whenever they have a quarterback, they're good. And also remember that Utah was the overwhelming favorite last year in the Big 12, and then they just got riddled with injuries. Like they just kind of fell apart.
Well, and they were awesome in the Pac-12.
They won the last 2
Yeah.
Pac-12 titles before the whole damn thing collapsed.
We sleep on them.
Yes, and they've got this Wayshawn Parker that's averaging 7 yards a carry. Their defense looks really good. And so, I can't wait for this one. But I do think a little bit Texas Tech is riding some hype train. They spent the most of anyone in the portal. They got a bunch of portal kids. They do look pretty good. But when I was watching them play, I thought their quarterback left a lot of meat on the bone against Oregon State. And so I like Utah in this. I do. I just think Utah to me looks like the better team. They're at home. And we all agree, which means Texas Tech rolls by 20.
Yeah, so the 5 most bet sides this week, Utah -3.
Yeah.
And we all like Utah, so that is most definitely the kiss of death.
Yeah.
Illinois +6.5. Michigan Illinois is at Indiana.
Yeah.
Michigan -2.5.
Nebraska.
They're playing at Nebraska. Miami -9.5 over Florida, and Oklahoma -7 over Auburn.
Yeah. So there's some big spreads.
So if you were to go, well, those aren't that big, but if you were to go against all 5, you would be on the 13-2 side, at least thus far. Doesn't mean the public's always wrong,
yeah.
but those are the most bet public sides.
Well, to me, when you've got a game with Florida, Miami, and we expected Florida to be an elite team, and you said they're catching 9.5.
Yeah.
Look, that's what to me. That's a big spread. When Florida, now granted, their quarterback is playing terrible right now, and he threw 5 picks. Florida is a talented team that won a lot of games last year that some people thought was a sleeping playoff team.
But I think here's the deal, and I'm with you on that. I feel like Florida Miami is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah.
But here we go again, betting. Well, that one we would actually be betting against the public, so that's good. That makes us feel good.
Yeah.
But I feel like what ends up happening is people think, oh well, Miami just trucked South Florida, and South Florida beat Florida rather handily at Florida. Therefore, Miami should no.
By the way, that spread is no longer 9.5. It's 7 or 7.5 everywhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It doesn't work that way. It's just.
What do they call that? The trans? What is it? The property?
Transitive.
Transitive property.
Yeah, people think, and
because you beat you, and
the reality is Florida and Miami have very similar talent.
Yeah.
If Lagway doesn't turn it over 5 times, which he probably won't because he did that last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty good value on Florida at +9.5. But then again, what do I know, Jace? I know nothing.
Well, I
nothing.
Well, it's interesting too that you've got the number 9 team in the country getting a touchdown basically against Indiana. I mean, there's
that's an interesting number.
Yeah,
a lot of people love an Indiana's offense.
And that opened at 3, and as I heard someone say, people have been betting Indiana like they've seen the results in the Sunday paper.
Well, and so I look at that, and you know how I feel about Indiana. I think I have no respect for them.
They already dodged opponents this year.
And they're ducking opponents.
You love Kurt Signetti.
Oh, dude, that guy.
He and Bob Knight.
That guy drives me crazy.
Old buddies.
Google me, bitch.
Well, and I understand, like you've played 3 games. That Old Dominion game, and I get it's game 1, and you get better from week 1 to 2 to 3. But they looked beyond ordinary, put up 27 points against Old Dominion, and now we're acting as if their offense is unstoppable because they ran it up on Kennesaw State and Indiana State.
Mendoza's pretty good, but the rest of that team's looked pretty meh.
And Illinois has a good defense and a physical defense with Bielema.
Well, they also have a good quarterback.
Yeah, and so you're giving me what you say. It's like 6.5.
Right now, you can catch that at 6.5.
You're giving me a touchdown.
Yeah, I'll
on
take
that?
those points.
I'm not giving you a touchdown,
No,
but I
but
am giving you 6.5.
6.5. Basically, you
could buy a half.
You are giving me a touchdown.
You could buy a half. if you
Touchdown
want.
6, brother.
Well, that's fair.
So
Yeah.
you give me a
brother.
you're
Did you
giving-
just brother me?
I did. You're giving me touchdown and a hook.
Well, the 6.5. It's always interesting, when you get these numbers because you think about overtime.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than when you bet an underdog
Oh yeah.
and it goes to overtime. So you were it was like
You were right.
you were pretty much right.
Yeah.
And then it goes to overtime, and then the spread's like 6, and they lose by 8, or because they have to go. So they really so you have 3 overtimes, right?
Yeah.
2 overtimes before you have to go for 2. So the first one is just regular. You kick the extra point. Okay. So you want something within 7. The second overtime you have to go for 2.
Yeah.
So you want something within 8. Well, the third overtime, if you have something bigger than that,
I hadn't even thought about the 2-point match.
It goes
play.
down to 2.
God, that's brutal for
that
bettors.
sucks.
Yeah.
So it's a hard thing, and you can't overcome it. Like there's no way. So that Georgia Tech game last year, I don't remember what the spread was, but that got to the 2-point conversion overtimes.
And if you had 7,
You're screwed.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not in trouble. You're dead.
Yeah.
You can't
There's
win.
no way.
Your bet's dead.
Unless, I don't know, is there a way that they could pick 6 or something like that?
Yeah, you get a pick 6.
But it
I
would
guess,
still be
yeah.
but it would be a 2-point conversion.
What if you got your 2-point conversion first and they had to match and you pick 6'd it?
You'd be up 4.
Although would it only be worth 2 because it's a
You'd
conversion
be up 4.
attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird things. Yeah, because you could end it like, I mean, if you have the ball and you throw a pick 6, game's over. The other team just it's done. And they don't kick the extra point.
Well, yeah, that's in the first overtime. First or second overtime.
Even in the third, it wouldn't matter. In the third overtime,
It's a 2-pointer.
I understand, but like if you catch it and it goes back, it's still over. Like there's no.
Well,
like,
the other team gets 2 points.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So what?
No.
What are you saying?
It's not. It's not an automatic 2-point. You score. You just have to go for 2.
Right, but you're saying if you throw a pick, technically a pick 6, you're technically throwing a pick 2, because it's only 2
It won't be
point.
worth 6 because it's only a 2-point
It's
attempt.
only 2
Yes.
point conversion.
Okay. All right.
So if you win on defense in that overtime frame, you win by 2, not 6.
My head was spinning.
What the hell
You're
is
doing great.
going on?
I was like, what is happening with our Kansas BYU math?
I think we're going to stop.
Don't let me into this.
And I'm still dealing with WrestlePalooza.
All right, let's get through the rest. So Texas Tech, Utah, 9 a.m., big nooner on Fox. Should be good.
Yes.
Let's get to the rest of the schedule coming up next. But first, Buck.
This is a Rivalry Week edition of Primetime with Isaac and Suk, brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the Dime, and the Mariners and Astros tied atop the AL West. Today facing off for a 3-game set starting in Houston tonight. Brian Wu will be on the bump for the M's. Hunter Brown takes the hill for Houston. That's a 5:10 first pitch. Down to Los Angeles, Clayton Kershaw making his final regular season start at Dodger Stadium against the Giants this evening. That's at 7:10 over on the MLB Network. It is Civil War weekend. The Ducks and Beavs doing battle at high noon at Autzen Stadium on Saturday. You can see the action on the Big Ten Network. Our coverage here on The Fan starts with Ducks game day at 8 a.m. We do have some college football tonight. Tulsa takes on Oklahoma State in Stillwater at 4:30 on ESPN. The Cowboys laying 9.5. Meanwhile, a Big Ten battle under the lights in Piscataway, Iowa at Rutgers. That's a 5 o'clock kick on Fox. Iowa, a 1.5-point road favorite. In NFL news, Seahawks running back Zach Charbonnet has been downgraded to doubtful with his foot injury. Is unlikely to play against the Saints this weekend. That game kicks at 1:05 on Sunday from Lumen Field. Our coverage here on The Fan starts at 11 a.m. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Heard missing work insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for the Oregon Ducks, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Duck Game Day isn't all about football.
on the Fan Sports Network.
Quality new drop there. Touchdown 6, brother.
Touchdown 6, brother. Football's football.
That's solid.
Touchdown 6, brother.
Touchdown 6, brother. Football sucks, kind of.
So we're going through the college slate. We got stuck on one game last segment.
Well, I think for a lot of people, the Big 12 kind of gets forgotten. The ACC gets a little love, but, the Big 12 is just kind of like there. And they'll get a team into the playoff. In fact, they may get 2 into the playoff this year. So I think this is the first big tilt we've had in the Big 12, and that's exciting.
You also have Baylor and Arizona State in the Big 12. Yeah. Let's see, other games here. We got Auburn, Oklahoma doing anything? Yeah, that's where I was stopping next.
I mean, I'll go there. Look, Oklahoma's 3-0. They have a win over Michigan, and Mateer right now is a Heisman Trophy sort of guy.
So this is the Auburn quarterback going back. So the old Oklahoma quarterback is now the Auburn quarterback.
Jackson
Arnold.
Yeah.
Against John Mateer. That's fun.
Yeah.
Jackson Arnold revenge game.
Is Jackson Arnold actually good at Auburn? Because he wasn't at Oklahoma.
Auburn is 3-0. I have not seen a lot of Auburn.
They looked pretty good against Baylor.
Yeah. So it's just kind of one of those these are two teams that were kind of afterthoughts in the SEC. We didn't give much didn't pay much attention to them, and both sitting there at 3-0, and the loser kind of goes back to that, whatever, you rub your head, and but the winner though, sitting there at 4-0 with a win over a top 25 team, it's exciting. By the way,
Oklahoma would jump into the top 10.
Yeah, Jackson Arnold completing about 70% of his passes, 4 touchdowns, no picks. So it's
how do we feel about
to write home about? But they run the ball real well.
Michigan, Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
Have you seen the stats behind Nebraska?
No.
They are 0-27 in their last 27 games against ranked opponents.
Yeah.
Haven't beat a ranked team since 96.
Oh my God.
So this goes back to the
Or no, excuse me, 2016. 2016. 9 years.
Say, what
I conflated 9 years with 2016. 9 years.
And this is the whole, Matt Rule lighting his team up. They were up 38-0 at the half, and
who were they playing?
Was it Houston Christian or Akron? One of those. Just nobody. They were 38-0 at the half, and someone leaked the video of him talking to his team, and he is just laying into him. And yeah, this is enormous for Matt Rule. One, Michigan's not that good, but you see glimpses of Bryce Underwood, the true freshman. He looks the part at times, but Michigan by no means is an elite team. They have a freshman quarterback. Their coach is suspended for this one. I mean, everything. And you're at home. There is no reason for Nebraska to lose this game. Like if you are Matt Rule and you think that you have Nebraska back on track, and some people thought Nebraska was a playoff team. I think a couple of the national pundits had Nebraska as a sexy kind of dark horse make of the college football.
A lot of people sleeper pick.
And they eked by Cincinnati in week 1. Didn't look great, but they found a way to do it. Raiola's playing pretty well, and then they've stomped 2 other nobodies. And so here comes Michigan. This is, dare I say, this is the biggest game of Matt Rule's tenure at Nebraska.
Yeah, this one, they win this, we might get the whole narrative Monday that, Nebraska's back.
They're back!
Yeah.
Well, because
I don't know if that will be true, because I'm with you. I don't think Michigan is all that. Bryce Underwood certainly shows flashes. He's a freshman.
Yeah.
A freshman quarterback on the road in that environment. Yeah. And by the way, they don't have their coach.
No.
Sharon Moore is out again for this game.
No.
Suspended. So I don't know. I'm with you. I think Nebraska probably should win that.
Well,
if they don't, that's an indictment.
It's a giant indictment. I watched Michigan play Oklahoma, and Oklahoma made Bryce Underwood look like a true freshman. I mean,
Nebraska's D is pretty damn good.
Yeah, but if Nebraska finds a way to get by Michigan, and I say find a way, you should not lose this game if you're Nebraska. You just shouldn't.
They are underdogs,
which is shocking to me.
Yeah, it's a lot of people I think Michigan's just kind of over.
Well, I think Michigan exactly because you're still living off the Harbaugh national championship thing. If you watched Michigan play last year and you saw them against Oklahoma, I don't know why you would say that Michigan's the favorite. But if Nebraska finds a way to get by this, next up they have Michigan State, Maryland, Minnesota, Northwestern. Dude, it is prime
8-0
for Nebraska to go on a run, and then you finish up with USC, UCLA, but then Penn State. So this is why where people said Nebraska has a chance to be a playoff team. I mean, you get by this run, there's only 2 other quality teams left on your schedule, and you split those. Nebraska has a path, but you lose to Michigan, and it feels like there's a big old big old fork in the middle of that path.
Can I point out an interesting coaching matchup?
Point away.
Ass.
I was going to say ask, but then I was like, you're not asking, you're telling me.
Yeah. I'm dictating.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick v. Scott Frost.
Oh, that is weird.
Isn't that odd?
That is odd.
North Carolina at UCF.
Boy, North Carolina to me couldn't be further off my radar. I'm just like, I'm glad that week 1 just kind of buried that story. And it's like, hey, wake me in 7 weeks if North Carolina is doing anything remotely interesting.
Well, they've won 2 games since.
I know.
What else do we have?
We mentioned Illinois, Indiana, which I definitely have my eyes on.
Oh, Florida, Miami.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
And by the way, I'm telling you,
And the Apple Cup.
Keep an eye on Florida. I know they have not looked good at all. And their quarterback has just been terrible. Even with 5 turnovers, they were in that game against LSU. I mean, that was a 7 to 10 point game. That was just right there. If he had just played a halfway decent game, and just keep an eye on that. Napier's had his back against the wall, and funky things happen. That's one that wouldn't shock me if that ends up being a closer game. And let's also not discount the fact that Mario Cristobal is Mario Cristobal, and they try to find ways to give games away. See Notre Dame. So my eyes I will pay a little more attention to that than I think most people.
We got the Apple Cup, Washington State in Pullman.
I'm telling you, Jed Fish is going to try to score 1,000 points. Everything I hear from up there is that...
Doesn't he always?
Yeah, well, he's got the Spurrier mentality, but I think from what I'm hearing, Fish is not happy about the flack he took after last year's Apple Cup and the play call to lose that game, the short side quarterback sweep. And I think Washington is desperately trying to get some national notoriety with the Ohio State game looming. I just feel like they could be up by 40 in the fourth quarter, and I think that dude's throwing go routes to Boston. They're going to try to run that thing up.
Does USC get friction from Michigan State?
USC got friction from Purdue. Did you see any of that game?
No, missed that one.
I'm telling you, USC has the number 1 offense in the country, I believe, still, despite, whatever that means. It's Missouri State, Georgia Southern, and Purdue. But that Purdue game, man, they had a fat man pick 6 and a long fat man pick 6. Dude, it was number 6. I think or maybe 0. It was a single digit big old defensive tackle that rumbled long ass way to score a touchdown. And, before that, that was a competitive game in the second half. Purdue gave them some push. And Purdue's got a new coach. They were 2-0. So
they have Barry Odom, right?
Yeah, maybe Purdue's not as bad as we think, but USC, I'm intrigued by this because Michigan State is a step up from Purdue, and USC did not look dominant by any stretch of the imagination against them. And USC's got a nasty little run here. They have Michigan State, and then they got Illinois, Notre Dame, and Nebraska in a row. We're about to find out if the Trojans have the big boy balls at this point. We all this talk about, it's second year with defensive coordinator and, Lincoln Riley's turned his program around and they're recruiting better and they're more physical. And, this is...
I'll believe it when I see it.
This is a big stretch here.
All right, coming up next, fun NFL Week 3 betting numbers on the Fan.
Dirt and Sprague. the Fan Sports Network.
Okay, we got some NFL betting numbers coming up. Hey, I forgot about Iowa Rutgers. That's tonight.
Anyway.
1.5 point spread. Big game in the Big Ten.
I try to watch a lot of college football. Dare I say too much college football? See Washington State, North Texas. Boy, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do Iowa.
Why not?
Iowa.
Big game.
Their quarterback sucks.
Well,
Oh, he's terrible.
yeah,
Iowa should play on Friday every week
yeah,
because otherwise
yeah. No one would.
no
watch.
one would watch him.
Although I feel like Iowa football to me is more of a November, and then I wear my punts sweatshirt, and I need to ease my way into Iowa football. I can't just jump into Iowa football week 3.
So I'm going to look at Iowa's schedule real quick.
Yeah,
Not to bog us
I got
down.
it in front of me.
Well, I just want to see.
I think they were some people's sleeper pick to maybe take a playoff
Well,
spot, finish top 4 in the Big Ten.
They will take someone out. You know they will.
Yeah.
And it will be at home. So they could beat Penn State October 18th.
Mm-hmm. They got Oregon.
They
at
could
home.
beat Oregon November 8th.
Michigan State and Nebraska. Nebraska's on the road.
Yeah, maybe they won't knock anybody off.
That's a nasty little slide though. For like you go Penn State, Minnesota, Oregon, USC, Michigan State, Nebraska.
Ooh. They'll beat Indiana.
God, I hope
Right
so.
there, September
I
27th.
would love that.
Isn't that's like next week, right? Yeah. So Indiana coming down from the Illinois game, then they got to go to Iowa. Iowa will punt their ass, pin them at the 4, pick 6, 7-0 win.
Yeah, they got. Is it Gronkowski is their quarterback, and it's just
I think it's Gronowski.
Gronowski.
Yeah, he's pretty rough. And they said, again, this is why the preseason stuff is all so stupid.
Yeah.
They said, Iowa finally has an arm. They finally have a passing
Well,
game.
he was super successful in the FCS, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
he like South Dakota or South Dakota State, something like that?
Something like that,
And
yeah.
he was efficient there, but it has not translated yet here.
Boy, I'll tell you, yeah, he was at South Dakota State. Like it is just there is something about when you go play quarterback at Iowa. What is it? The old Space Jam, like the Monstars, like they took all the talent out of the NBA players. I feel like when there's like some sort of evil curse, I think Iowa Stadium is like on an Indian burial ground, and they wronged like a Native American quarterback 200 years ago. You can't play quarterback at Iowa. You can't, and it fascinates me.
Try
Dude.
telling CJ Beathard that.
He
Beat
threw
heart, please.
Yeah.
He threw for 44 yards against Albany, 83 yards against Iowa State.
Yeah,
I think it was like the lowest passing total from like a Power 5 quarterback in their first 2 games in
Dude,
years.
They've played 3 games. He has 306 yards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was watching the Iowa State game, and you want to talk about a rock fight. And that was the one where I couldn't handle it. That was like, I thought Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson were going to make sweet, sweet love right there, talking about Rocco, is it Becht, the quarterback for Iowa State? They were acting like he was the greatest thing that we've ever seen, and he threw for like 100 and something yards in that game. And we're like, what are we?
Well, in fairness, he's thrown for 860.
What?
Now they've played an extra game. They're 4-0, I
He
think.
threw in that game. He threw for 134 yards, and they were like, "Rocco, oh my Rocco!" Oh, it's like, can we tone it down
Please clip. Thank you.
just a bit?
All right.
I mean, my
Why
goodness.
are you going there?
We got to go. We got AI Mike McDaniel.
Touchdown 6, brother.
And we have NFL Week 3 betting numbers
Yeah.
that you may or may not be able to use. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll get to that next hour on The Fan.
1080 AM, and the Odyssey app.
All right, nice to have you along. A little Friday.
Rocking you on a Friday. Why did I say that?
We're having a good time out here.
Rocco! Oh, Mike Rocco! Oh!
See, we're having a good time.
Joel Klatt doing play-by-play anytime Iowa State's in the game. Touchdown 6, brother.
Good first hour. Let's move on to the NFL, shall we?
I'd also like to point out real quick, the front page of ESPN has gone from WrestlePalooza to why the under looks appealing for Iowa Rutgers matchup. You think?
I'm on the over.
You're taking the over in an Iowa game?
Shootout in Piscataway, baby. Let's go.
Boy, that's a ballsy move, my friend.
What's the number?
I think it's 46.5.
You fool.
That's what they want you to think.
It's insane. A couple years ago, dude, I was on like a 4-game heater with Iowa unders, and at one point it got down to like 36. Still rode the hot hand.
Well, I want to say their over-unders were under 30.
Dude, it was amazing. That was the like 2 years ago when
I think they did get to like 29 and a half, stuff like that.
Yeah. That was the year I bought the punt sweatshirt. That was a magical run. Dare I say that was a Ravens preseason. Like, I love in gambling when you can take something just like arbitrary like that and just blindly ride it and be like, hey, dude, we're going on this trip together.
You know what you did? You burgled them.
We burgled. Absolutely.
You burglared them. Okay, we've got AI Mike McDaniel. The Dolphins lost last night.
Which doesn't, by the way, it doesn't sound that much different than real Mike McDaniel. That's
like the same as we had AI Kyle Whittingham. You remember that?
Bottom line, they're ass. They have a white running back, for goodness sakes.
That sounds like him.
Mike McDaniel, the last 2 weeks, has given some of the most painfully awkward press conferences. Like he looks strung out.
Games, you have to win the game.
He can't like, get words out. Dude, I'm worried.
He looks
about
a little
him.
Skid Row-ish.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not going well. And they played pretty well last night.
They played their ass off.
But, Tua.
Well, and dude, we've got to stop. Dude,
what do we have to stop doing?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Dude, and like Emmanuel Acho and every other dip ass that thinks that they're an analyst is on there trying to kill the guy. Kurt Warner, I thought, had a really, really good detailed breakdown about, look, ultimately you can pin that on Tua, the interception that sealed their fate. Miami has a lot of problems right now, and Tua is not one of their top 3 or 4.
Well, that's fair, but still, that pick. But
it's not like they're. What do you want? Like, Tua actually made the right read there. It's just that when your right guard gets blown by and you have a 330-pound man in your face and you're trying to get rid of the ball, and he actually made the right read of where to go with the football. He couldn't see the guy, and the linebacker for Buffalo made a great play. But again, that right there is more on his right guard than it is on Tua. And let's also not forget that had the dumbass not roughed the punter, Miami could have been driving down to possibly win that game. Miami played for a team that was written off. I thought that was an awesome effort on the part of the Dolphins last night. And I know effort doesn't get anything, and now you're 0-3. But I give Miami credit, and Tua did not play a bad game until that pick.
I want him to play on stilts. That's what I want.
Yeah.
You asked, what do you want? I want him to play on stilts. I mean, that was a bad pick.
It was.
But yes, the roughing the punt, like, why are you going after that punt?
And this goes back to what I was saying with,
why are you going there?
Teams will tell you that they're operationally just not good football teams. They're not buttoned down. And that's another one of those.
Just lay off.
And I put that on the not on the quarterback, excuse me. I put that on the head coach.
Yeah.
Just operationally, they cannot execute the little things that they need to in order to win games. And I just
look, they suck. They don't ever beat good teams anyway.
They don't.
They're whatever. Oh, do you want to hear AI Mike McDaniel?
Yeah, what do we got?
I'm going to go home, take some rips off my bong and watch the X-Files and eat Funyuns until I hate myself. I can't wait till the playoffs. Not because we'll be in them, but because I can eat shrooms and trip balls at a yoga class. Tyreek Hill was so mad he threatened to choke me out again. But he only fights people smaller than him, like his wife and kids. I really hope I don't get fired because I owe my blow dealer a ton of money. I thought Tua had some great passes. He had some good spiral on them. Tua's taken more hits than me at a Fish concert. He doesn't even know where he is half the time. When we got on the team plane, he thought it was an Applebee's. Having a quitting locker room is a lot like dying, and I can't wait to die. Because unless I go to hell, I'll never have to coach this team again.
Oh, wow. Okay. You got to love AI.
That's good times.
Or no, you don't, but
In some instances.
AI football coach is great.
Yeah, there's some moments I do enjoy. Was it? I'm gonna eat Funyuns till I hate myself.
Go ahead and climb out of my ass for a while.
By the way, how great is it that someone came up with when's the last time you heard someone reference a Funyun?
Yeah. They still out on the market?
Yeah, the only time I see them is that occasionally, like, you'll go to a barbecue and someone will buy the variety pack of like Lay's or whatever. And for whatever reason, they throw the Funyun in there. And at the end of the party, you're looking through for anything.
And there's 6 bags of Funyuns left from the assorted pack.
That's it. Everything else is gone, including the plain, one. But God knows that there's plenty of Funyuns left. And then at that point, you're so drunk, you're like, whatever.
You know what? Fine. I'll dig into the Funyuns again for old time's sake.
I don't even know what a Funyun is. I'm not sure what it's made of. I believe it's asbestos. But you're like, sure, why not? I'm drunk.
Got some fun Week 3 NFL betting numbers for you guys.
All right.
Should you be out there betting responsibly, of course. Going through the games here. Who are the Titans playing?
The Titans have the Colts.
Yeah. Titans.
Indiana Jones.
Your 2-0 Indianapolis Colts. Spread's only 4.5.
Titans are 0-11 against the spread their last 11 home games.
Really?
Yep.
Well, some of that is quarterback play.
0-11.
Look, I don't know what the Titans are going to end up being this year. My guess is not very good, but they've got something. If they don't ruin him and get him murdered, Cam Ward has a little something in him. I like Cam Ward. They're just not a team that's going to be able to do much this year.
You got the Cowboys taking on the Bears in Chicago.
Desperation time for the city of Chicago.
Yeah, they need that one.
Yes.
And they're saying
They are who we thought they were.
it might rain there. So,
That's only a 1.5 point spread on that.
well,
rain comes down from heaven.
neither defense can stop anybody.
No, but I give Dallas. I think Dallas is better than this. So this will be one of those that I don't think Dallas is great. I think Dallas is better than Chicago. I know it's on the road, but basically sitting there at a pick 'em, I might gobble up a little action on the Cowboys.
This might help you. Dallas 32-17-2 against the spread with Dak as QB1 against teams with losing records.
Oh.
So they're kind of like Miami. Yeah. They'll take care of the bad teams.
Yeah, and Chicago right now,
they don't look good.
Their best DB's gone. It feels it's a little chaotic there. Caleb Williams still trying to find his footing, and it's an inconsistent operation. And say what you about Dallas. Dallas can score. Dallas can put up points. And
well, Dak's playing great.
Caleb
Williams, 7 starts in the afternoon or primetime window. 0-7 straight up.
Not great.
The only 2 worse in those windows, Bryce Young and Davis Mills.
Blah. Well, and to be fair to Caleb, like there's signs of life there. It's not all bad. It's just,
well, Ben Johnson has said it.
Yes.
He said it's a work. He said it's not going to be polished right out of the gate.
No, it's because he came in with so much hype, I think it's that much worse. I think if he was a guy that was he was the 30th overall pick, I think you would look at it, you'd be like, hey, we have something to work with here. It's just that I think we expected this to hit the ground running, and not just that, but again, their running back situation is not good. The 2 picks that they spent on Burden and Loveland, they beefed up that offense. Neither one of those guys has done anything. And the weirdest part is, you know how much money they spent to rebuild that offensive line? I mean, they went out and completely revamped the interior of their line. And so far, their run game, which you would think when you completely revamp your interior of your line, that would be the strong suit. And I'm here to tell you, dude, it is not. They are not running the ball very effectively right now. And so it's a weird time in Chicago right now. And if they go to 0-3, poor Chicago fan.
All right, more numbers coming up next, including one that may not bode too well for your Seahawks. That's next on 105.1 The Fan.
Seahawks
All right, in the news is coming up next. We're rolling through some NFL Week 3 betting numbers. Joey Harrington will join us next hour, 5:30. We'll talk a little Oregon State. See if he wants to continue the rivalry. Let's see. I've got a little time zone stat for you here. This number is since 2019, and it is Pacific or Mountain time zone teams playing in the Eastern time zone. Now, this is traditionally something where fans go, oh, yeah, that's really tough.
West going east early kicks has always been one of those, be wary of.
There have been trends in the NFL about that.
This trend goes the other way. Pacific and Mountain Zone-based teams playing in the Eastern time zone, 93, 59, and 4 against the spread. That's 61%. Since 2019.
It's a tasty little number.
And before there are a ton of injuries and travel in the season, so in other words, the first 5 weeks of the season, that number bloats to 76%.
Interesting.
That applies to 2 teams this week. That applies to the Rams playing back in Philly, and that applies to the Raiders playing in Washington.
Boy, I don't know what to make of that because I'm not a Raiders guy. I thought the Raiders hype, that's not my jam. But you're also dealing with Marcus Daniels is officially out, so you are getting a Marcus Mariota game.
Do you know what his quarterback rating was last year? Because he got a couple starts last year.
And he did pretty well, didn't he?
Yes, he did great. His quarterback rating last year was 131.
Damn, son.
Bless America.
And he started 2 games.
They're beat on
Dallas. They won at Dallas.
Won at Dallas.
And I think they beat Carolina.
Well, that's, I remember that Carolina game. I think that was actually kind of a shootout game. I think that might have been when we had written off Carolina and they tried to show you a little something, and now they're back to sucking. Commanders are beat up on defense. Dude,
The final was 40-7.
Was it? Okay, then what? Then that's not the one I was thinking of.
Not the one you were thinking of.
Who was it? Maybe it was
Touchdown
Philly.
6, brother.
I think it was Philadelphia that Carolina played late, and that was I was getting my NFC East. Towards the end of the year, the Panthers were going toe to toe, and I thought it was the Commies, but it was the Eagles. The Commanders' defense is beat up. Connerly has been really bad for them. The Oregon tackle, it is not been great. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I mean, the spread's only 2.5.
Well, you don't have to do anything with it.
No, that's an interesting number, and I that may be one that, despite that, I'm not going to touch.
I am
excited about the Rams and the Eagles, though.
That's probably better than the Chiefs Eagles.
Well, number 1 offense, according to Pro Football Focus and EPA, number 1 offensive line in the country, number 1 offensive line in the NFL versus the number 3 defensive line in the Rams. This is a fun matchup. This is my game of the week. Buckle up, 10 a.m. Let's go.
First half of the season, home underdogs of 7 or more. Get this number: 18-1-2 against the spread. The last 3 years.
Home dogs
of 7 or more in the first half of the season are 18-1-2 against the spread.
So you're saying take the Browns?
That is the only game that that number applies to this week. Cleveland hosting Green Bay.
No, I will not.
I think it's 7.5.
Yeah, it's 7.5. I will not be taking the Browns.
The Seahawks just 13-22 against the spread at home since 2021.
Boy, that's not good.
Their home field advantage.
What gives?
Under McDonald, it's been terrible.
Well, and it was fading towards the end of the Pete Carroll thing. In fact, last year, one of the things that he talked about was McDonald was we have to find a way to make this again be the toughest place in football to play. It's just not.
Why? What happened? Where are you 12s? You're supposed to be all ruckus.
I hate to say this, but home field advantage is great and all, but when your team is very average, your home field tends to be very average. So some of that is you got to give the fans something to cheer. Some people say, fans, are they priced out? Did they get spoiled? But I think ultimately it comes down to the team just hasn't been elite. This team every year is 1 game away from the postseason. They are the definition of Jeff Fisher. That is some 9-7 BS. And I don't know if there's
7-9 bull.
Yeah, 7-9.
7-9.
Yeah.
Except they're not 7-9. They're always 9-7.
They're on 9. Yeah.
But it's just.
I see what you did.
Yeah, they're just not. it's no longer that hostile environment to go up into. Now, if they get back to playing their kind of ball, maybe it is. Fun little note here, though. It's not fun if you're the Seahawks, although I'm not sure that Spencer Rattler can take advantage of it. Seahawks are going to be down 3 DBs in this game.
So same two as last week, and then who else?
Love's
Witherspoon's
out.
Love's out.
Excuse me, what?
Witherspoon.
Weatherspoon's out,
And Love.
and safety from
Eminori.
Eminori.
Yeah.
All 3 out. So you start getting getting
What's the spread on that one?
7.5. You start getting position groups that are beat up like that. Now again, can Spencer Rattler and the New Orleans Saints take
The
any
answer
sort of
is no.
advantage to it?
Aaron Rodgers couldn't.
But maybe.
But I don't love when you're getting big position groups. Do you see the Dolphins last night were playing 4 backup O linemen?
Yeah.
And it looked like they were playing 4 backup linemen, which goes back to we're all murdering Tua because he kept checking down and throwing. You try to drop back with 4 backup O linemen.
Tua Tag
Ovalia.
I mean, it's just like Tua. When you're playing behind a beat up O line like that, what the hell do you want from the guy? And so I'm hoping that Seattle secondary can weather the brutal storm that is Spencer Rattler.
NFL road favorites since the beginning of last season. 90-32 straight up.
So when the
and
road team's
10-2
favorite,
this season. So the only 2 losses, by the way, Denver, who blew it on a penalty in Indy, and Baltimore, who blew an 8,000-point lead in Buffalo.
So the Chefs are favored. The Cowboys are favored.
I can tell you who this applies to. This applies this week. NFL road favorites. Colts, Falcons, Packers, Steelers, Chiefs, and possibly Dallas if it moves off of a pick'em.
Yeah. Boy, and I will tell you right now, a game that I will be wholeheartedly allergic to. I can't watch the Falcons, the Panthers.
Oh, yeah. Why would you?
You
got to bet on it to watch it.
Yeah. Last week, the Falcons just knew that Minnesota couldn't do anything defensively, and they ran the most boring-ass conservative offense I've ever seen. If they do that against Carolina, I will punt. I can't handle it.
You're going to punt?
I'll punt.
What do you mean? You're going to go outside and
I refuse.
Kick a ball?
Even if I'm watching Red Zone, if they try to show me a highlight of that, I will cover my eyes and be like, I refuse to watch this game.
Wow.
I won't.
Buckley with a nugget.
Yeah, there's a stat. Week 3 is a typical week for overcorrection on lines. And so there's a stat that more than 60% of the time, teams that have failed to cover in their first 2 games go on to cover in their third because the market's gone too far on them. And that applies to 6 teams this week: Steelers, Texans, Broncos, Saints, Bears, and Chiefs.
Give that to me one more time.
So it's teams that have not covered in their first 2 games of the season. They go on to cover the third week over 60% of the time. So that's the Steelers, who have...
They're in New England.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have New England. You've got the Texans against the Jags. You've got the Broncos against the Chargers, the Saints against the Seahawks, the Bears against the Cowboys, and the Chiefs against the Giants.
Ooh, the Chiefs.
Intriguing. I
have a Giants-Chiefs nugget.
Do you?
Yeah, since 2019, the Giants are 2-19 in night games. And that's straight up, by the way.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to beat Kansas City, but I might take a little of that. The Texans are 0-2, and Jacksonville's offense is actually playing well right now.
It was Duval. Cohen's an offensive guy.
Yes.
Like they should be, and they've got some pieces.
They got some pieces there. This
haven't they played
Texans
the Browns,
defense
too?
is pretty nasty, and eventually their offense is going to pull their head out of their ass, I would assume.
Well, they should have won last week.
They should have won.
My God.
I'm going to take the. So I like that little number, and I think it's like 1.5. They're dogs. They're on the road.
Texans are 1.5-point dogs.
The Texans will be desperate. They're not going to 0-3. I like the Texans in this game.
I think that we've always thought this year that NFL teams that are desperate, that's who you want to bet on.
Yeah.
And Chicago, Houston,
even Kansas City.
Yeah, they all fall into that category.
I mean, the Texans were right there with the Rams. They had no business losing to the Bucs. Again, they have to figure out something on their offensive line. It blows me away how bad they are, but I really like C.J. Stroud. The defense is good. They won't lose to Jacksonville. Jacksonville will find a way to lose this game.
And the Steelers winning close games. Since 2022, they are 14-5 straight up on the road with spreads of 4 or less. Straight up. So they win those games.
And by the way, the Steelers, anyone besides me just like stunned that their defense is this bad?
It's terrible.
Did you see the stat about that today? The teams with the most missed tackles missing or entering week 3. The Rams don't have any. The Lions only have 2. Falcons, Raiders have 6. The Steelers have 28 missed tackles in their first 2 games.
What's going on with Tomlin?
I don't know. I mean, they're damn lucky to have beaten the crappy ass Jets, and we were like, the Jets.
Did they give up 31 to them or something?
Just turns out the Steelers are that bad, and then Seattle put up 31 against them. So, boy, if the Patriots and Drake May put up 30 on you, then dude, it may be a sinking ship there in Pittsburgh.
And there are your week 3 betting numbers. Use as you wish, as you please, to place your bets. Place your bets.
I got, this is about the time of the year that I start to,
Place your bets.
I go pretty thin early in the season,
as you should.
and then I
Tread lightly.
I sprinkle a little bit more as we go on.
By the way, we will have no Brock Purdy. They have announced that Mac Jones will start for San Francisco, even though there was some talk that Purdy would be back.
McCorkle, thank you.
McCorkle against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
And by the way, the Niners are favored in that game by 2.5 with the greatness that is McCorkle Jones.
The public just like them? Is that what that is?
Well, they're pretty. I mean, Shanahan's good.
I don't think you're starting quarterback against a 2-0 team.
Well, but they won last week, and they won on the road last week. And the other thing is Arizona lost both of their starting corners last week. So I don't know. I think a lot of people think Shanahan can just scheme as long as Mac Jones plays within the system. Like you were saying this last week after watching Mac Jones, or earlier this week after watching Mac Jones. It's like they rolled him out a lot. Yep. He stayed on schedule, and that that can get you.
One of the things that Shanahan gets killed about is he falls in love with his play sheet, and it's very rigid, right? He's the anti-Cincinnati Bengals. There's not a lot of audibling. It's like, hey, this is what I want you to do, and you're going to look A. If A's not there, you're going B. If not, check down, here it is. And it's just like, this is what we do. And while, yes, at times that can get you in trouble when it's not working, when you have a backup quarterback, it is the most backup-friendly system in the NFL. It's kind of one of the reasons why Kevin O'Connell works in Minnesota. We're just not asking you to do a ton. Play in this structure. There's going to be a test, and we're going to give you the answers. Now, that may not be the sexiest, and it may not be the most like high flying against elite defenses, but dude, we are not going to fail. You have answers to this. And the other thing is, quietly, again, it's not like he's played 2 good offenses yet. Robert Saleh and being back, and this defense is relying on young guys, dude, it's cooking right now. Mikael Williams looks like the defensive rookie of the year. Bosa looks like he's in form.
Warner's been the best linebacker in the league.
Oh, dude, ridiculous. And all of a sudden, this D. Winters looks like he is one he's
replaced Greenlaw.
And
maybe better.
They haven't missed a beat. There's good things happening on that 49er defense. And so I think, McCorkle and this defense, and there's
against Kyler, who's kind of squirrely. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad.
All right, coming up next, we're they found remains. They believe it to be Travis Decker.
Oh yeah. He's the
he's the guy they've been looking for in the mountains
for a while.
All right, that's next. Here's Buck.
This is a Rivalry Week edition of Primetime with Isaac and Suk, brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brian Buckley with the Sports Center update. First on the Fan, on the Diamond, the Mariners and Astros tied atop the AL West. They are facing off for a 3-game set starting tonight in Houston. Brian Wu will be on the bump for the M's. Hunter Brown takes the hill for Houston. That's a 5-10 first pitch. Meanwhile, down in Los Angeles, Clayton Kershaw making his final regular season start at Dodger Stadium against the Giants. That's a 7-10 first pitch on the MLB Network. Civil War is tomorrow. Beavers, Ducks at Autzen Stadium. Kickoff at high noon. Our coverage starts here on the Fan at 8 a.m. with Ducks Game Day. You can see the action over on the Big Ten Network. Tonight in college football, Tulsa's at Oklahoma State. That one's kicking off right now on ESPN. Meanwhile, a Big Ten matchup between Iowa and Rutgers at 5 on Fox. Some NFL injury news. Zach Charbonnet's Seahawks running back downgraded to doubtful this week with a foot injury. He's unlikely to go against the Saints when the Seahawks kick it off at 1:05 at Lumen Field. Our coverage on the Fan will start at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And one more injury note. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels out this week with a knee injury. That means Marcus Mariota will be the starter versus the Las Vegas Raiders. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Rocco! Oh, Mike Rocco!
Your home for Seahawks football. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Well, who we suing today?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Who do you want to sue?
Well, my son just sent me a note. He said, I'm sick and work is demanding a doctor's note. He's like,
wait, who sent that?
My son. He works at an ice arena, by the way. He drives a Zamboni.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like,
what a great job.
In what world you demand a note? He's like, what do I do? You know what we're going to do? I think we call the advocates and tell work it's none of your damn business why I'm sick. Screw that. I don't have a right to do that. Either that or we wait and you get your foot run over by that Zamboni and then we get some of that big ice arena.
There you go.
We get some of that big ice arena money.
What's the ice arena? Where does he work?
I'm somewhere up in Bellingham.
Oh, way up. Yeah,
he's way up there.
Oh, yeah.
Get some of that big Canadian Bellingham border ice money.
Those ice rinks are printing money.
Yeah, so many people are flocking.
Sacrifice your foot, Iserman. We'll get Ken and Donnie on it.
That's right.
They'll sue them. The advocates.
So what we do is we get him to show up and say, hey, I was too sick to work. You made me come in. We get woozy. We fall off the Zamboni. Zamboni drives over our foot. Now we're footless. And now the advocates go to work. So if you have been forced to go to work when you're sick because you couldn't provide a doctor's note and you get woozy and you run over your own foot with a Zamboni, that's the time to call the advocates.
You deserve
it. You
deserve an advocate. So if you have an unfortunate injury, things can be difficult. They can be unsettling. Get with Ken and Donnie, our friends at the Advocates, personal injury attorneys that will look out for you. They don't get paid until they win your case, and consultations are even free, and they'll tell you. They'll be upfront with you about what they can or can't do for you. So give them a call. You can check out all of their info, even what they look like, and they're great. They're both fantastic looking. They're great people. Ken and Donnie, you can see everything and get the phone number and everything. AdvocatesLaw.com. Again, if you have been injured, you need more than a lawyer. You deserve an advocate. AdvocatesLaw.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Summer's almost over, but the heat is
sexy little Friday. Weather's great. It's going to be a great weekend. Got the Civil War coming up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the Fan. Joey Harrington
I don't
beyond.
know how fired up people are. I don't know one single Beaver fan.
It's game day.
It's like geeked up for this.
Joey Harrington beyond next hour. Talk about it. 5:30. Right now, though, September 19, 2025. Time for In the News. I'm your noted and lovable, huggable newsman. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are lovable and huggable.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Please be seated.
I bet you your wife likes to get a good rop cuddle in.
I'll tell you what, she loves hugs.
Yeah, I could see
You know what
that.
the solution to that is? Touch our penises more often.
Why does it have to turn into something negative, right? Why does it have to turn into something dirty?
Yeah. Why'd you play that?
I didn't.
You fumbling boob. But also, I think I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm awesome. All right. It is brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is National Concussion Awareness Day.
Oh, there you go.
So be aware of those. I don't know.
Hey, at least we acknowledge what they are.
Yeah, we're better than we used to be.
Well, I was watching that the Jerry Jones things the Cowboys won, and hearing Troy Aikman talk about his concussions, it's amazing. It wasn't that long ago that Troy Aikman was knocked unconscious, finished the game, had to go to the hospital, and the next week in the Super Bowl, he's like, I'm fine. He's playing like crap, and everyone's like, why is he playing so bad? I don't know. Is it possible that he just got out of the hospital? Isn't it weird? Like, that's not that long ago. 25 years.
Yeah. Come a long way.
Yes.
It is also National Tradesman Day.
Shout out to you, the iron workers and the carpenters and
the plumbers,
welders,
the concrete men,
the electricians.
We're working on. I'm thinking about putting in a new driveway.
Are you?
Yeah. You know, like when you ever look, is your house?
I need a new driveway.
Yeah, we just redid. You know, we built an ADU down there, and so
yeah.
we blew up our garage, and so we did have to redo the driveway.
Yeah. How nice is it now? Like,
Well, it's not. We didn't do concrete.
Oh.
It was the bid was astronomical. We did this like. It's like this gravel stuff.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, my wife hates it, but I'm like, I constantly think about the money we saved.
Yeah. It makes you feel better.
Yeah, it makes me feel great.
Because my driveway is like 40 years old, and like one side of it's like now like it's higher than the other, and it's like cracked.
But it is nice once they do it, get it all poured and it's all smoothed out.
I got this uppity neighbor 2 doors down, and he's always out there like sweeping his brand new driveway, and it just looks so good. I have driveway envy right now.
Tell you what I learned. So we've basically been through, in a remodel and the building of the ADU, we've been through every phase of construction on a home.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that in my experience, concrete guys, because we've seen all of the different.
Oh, yeah.
We had a builder, but he would sub out for
you
different
sub out
things.
all
And
the
of course, you
different
sub out the concrete.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Concrete guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to all you concrete guys. It's National Tradesman Day.
What's up, concrete bros?
You all are some rough MFers.
Look at Rob.
Dude.
Just throwing a blanket statement on all
Let
the
me tell you something.
bros.
And my builder agreed. He's like, man, the concrete guys, you don't mess with concrete guys. Dude, the concrete guys, they are badasses.
That's roughnecks.
It's
huh?
they're
like you bury bodies in concrete, man.
Well, I mean,
don't screw with them.
Don't you think? I mean, like the electricians, they can be a little uppity. They, they're like, I'm really busy.
You're working with power.
Yeah, working with the. I'm very important. The concrete bros are just like straight out of the bar. Like, all right, let's set these up. We'll pour this for you. If they all have different archetypes.
I can see that.
Well, we're just gonna lay it down. Okay.
Yeah, just.
Someone saying iron workers are worse, kind of in that same. I could see that.
It's possible. Yeah, I
iron
don't
workers,
have
the
experience
concrete bros.
with iron workers,
Yeah.
but yeah.
All I know is every day I walk out to my driveway and I hate it. It makes me angry.
Let's get it done.
And then I have to stare at that uppity neighbor, and he knows. He walks his little frou-frou dog by, and I know he's judging my driveway.
Let's get you a concrete endorsement.
Yeah, I think ours got poured like when the house was built in the late 60s.
Yeah.
And so the concrete has all these cracks, and then like weeds and grass sprout
looks
out
like
of it. And you have
crap.
to like constantly maintain the crap growing out of those cracks. Like, no thank you.
I'm telling you, it's an underrated thing when you see like a really nice
Yeah.
new driveway.
Yeah.
It's like one of the ultimate flexes that
Okay,
you
how
can
much does
have
those cost?
in the neighborhood. And his has like a design in it. Like,
Dude,
there's,
it's
like,
expensive.
little inlays.
Yeah. A lot of different things you can do, though.
I know. Go concrete bros. even though Rob claims you're a bunch of animals.
Well, look, I mean that in the nicest way. Like they're just
Do
like,
you?
dude,
Do
if
you
you
mean it in a
if
nice
you
way?
party with concrete, listen, let's
Buckle up.
put it this way.
Yeah.
This is just my take on it.
Yeah.
If you line up a builder, an electrician, a plumber, a roofing guy, the window peeps,
Yeah.
and the concrete bros, let me tell you something. You know who's taking it deeper than any of them? The concrete bros.
Look, let's be honest. At the end of the evening, you're ended up at a gentleman's place, and not a good one either, right? You're ended up at the shady lady when you're with the concrete bros.
Well, it appears they have found Travis Decker's body.
Yeah.
He was the man charged with 3 counts of murder after kidnapping and killing his 3 daughters up near Leavenworth, Washington. They have found human remains in a remote wooded area south of Leavenworth.
Because they found some remains a while ago, but it turned out they weren't even human, and they were like false alarm. So they believe this is.
They believe it's him. They have not positively identified the remains yet. They haven't been confirmed yet.
Yeah.
But the preliminary findings suggest that they do belong to Travis Decker.
So maybe they found some clothing or like a
Something.
dental record, something.
Yeah. So he may have just gone up there and killed himself.
Well, and that's
shortly after.
When they found they found the animal remains that someone thought might be him. The police said, well, no, that's not him. But the police also said in there that they believe that they said the theory was that he had killed himself.
Yeah.
And that if he had done that, it might be a while before they find him.
Hey, you getting some of that big Facebook scratch?
What?
Yeah, the big Facebook settlement.
No, what do I?
The payments are going out.
Like, was it like $9 or?
$9.
Oh, what do I get? What did Facebook do? Did they screw me over? They ruin an election? What'd they do?
You'll get more. The longer you had Facebook from 2007 to 2022, the bigger your share of the settlement will be.
Yeah.
It is a $725 million settlement.
Tasty.
And what that will mean is the average payment will be $29.43.
Ooh, doggy. Yeah. Give me some of that.
The max payout, are you ready?
Give it to me.
$38.26.
$38?
Minimum payout, $4.89. Now,
hey, righteous bucks, man.
I had Facebook, but I got to tell you, am I awful for not even caring about this? Like, I won't even.
No.
I'm not.
I have it. Like,
I would imagine I could get a check.
How do I have to like sign something?
You know how those are. They have a website and you have to register, and then you know how those go.
I didn't know how all that. I mean, I have Facebook, but I use it for Marketplace. That's the only reason I have a Facebook account. So does that give me my $4?
Well, if you had Facebook, you've had Facebook for a while, right?
Yeah.
Then you
got
a check coming your way, bro.
But I have to sign up for something.
Well, you have to join the lawsuit.
I don't know how to do that, and I'm not going to look up how to do it. Shouldn't there be a link on? Shouldn't Facebook send me something and like, hey?
They probably did.
Oh,
and you didn't.
No, I probably did. Google me, bitch.
You didn't know.
I believe right now I have like, it's something like 200 and whatever friend requests just pending because I was like, I don't do anything on there. I just have it because sometimes you can use it to sign into stuff or again, Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, that's
My wife's birthday was earlier this week, and out of nowhere, she had all these notifications, and she's like, "Oh, I still have Facebook, and I guess there's still people on there."
Yeah,
because that used to be the place where everyone they write on your wall or they send you a message.
I haven't had Facebook for years, and I got to tell you, I don't miss a thing.
I don't either.
No,
not a thing. And by the way, when somebody sends me a link to something on Facebook, I can't open it.
Yeah, because you have to log in.
They don't let you.
Yeah.
Which is also dumb. I think that's dumb.
Well, and that's like I said, I have it, so that's the only time I'm on there is like if someone sends you something or whatever and you're like, oh, it's there. And then all of a sudden you realize like your notifications is like you have 900 notifications. You're like, well, I'm not digging through that.
But you would think you would want people to see the content from Facebook by allowing people who don't have Facebook to see it.
Well,
they don't even do that.
Sign it up, bitch.
So therefore, it becomes even that much more irrelevant in my world. Yeah. And I don't think Meta Boy wants that.
You're not missing a damn thing.
Well, I just said that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that I feel like Meta Boy wants as many users as he can get, and he's not getting them if he doesn't allow people to see what's on there.
That dude's worth like $100 million or whatever $1 billion. Like he cares that you don't like him.
Well, it's not that I don't like him. I think he just wants me to be a user.
He's obviously doing something right.
Is he?
don't know. Isn't he worth like a gajillion dollars?
Well, yeah. Of course. I mean, Facebook, if what you're saying is creating Facebook and running it into 2025 has been lucrative, yes, of course.
This is Mark Zuckerberg
Yeah.
net worth $267 billion.
So maybe he doesn't care, but Facebook, it seems to me, in my world, Facebook has really declined as a main social media outlet for a lot of people.
I think of that as well.
But he may not care.
Like, I'm the same thing. I'm like, who is using this? But then I see that he's worth like 200 and whatever billion. I'm like, someone's using it.
Well, at first they were. But I tell you what, Midwest, it's very big. It's very big. As a matter of fact, it's very, it's like kind of how it's like how places market on Facebook out there.
I can see that.
Out there. Facebook.
Only olds like it.
Oh, they love it.
Your mom's on there, you know.
She's not.
Well, someone's mom
Mom
is.
Rop is not on there.
I just like it when someone has to, every now and then, like if I'll go on there because I'll be looking to, you know, like trying to buy something. So like that's where I looked on there for like my bicycle, or like you're trying to like buy a used motorcycle or whatever. And then like you see someone's post that you like knew in high school and they're rocking you with their sweet hot political take. And you're just like, cool, man. It's just shouting into the void with you're just going to take down an entire regime with this.
Who's with me?
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. Who's with me? It's a slippery slope. Check it out. I'm like, thank you for your shocking Facebook expose. We have to stop genocide. Whoa. Scorching hot take. Thank you so much. Let's got to do something. I was confused about, you know, what was my take on genocide, but then I saw your sweet Facebook post, and now I get it. Thank you.
Is foot traffic back in downtown Portland? That's next on In the News on The Fan.
This is the Fan's window into sports, a view into today's top stories, brought to you by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
To it. Throw, and it's intercepted. It's picked off at about the 20-yard line. Terrell Bernard with the huge interception.
That was a big play.
Yeah.
Last night.
I mean, it was a killer. I mean, it just, and he didn't have a chance. The right guard got blown up. He had to make a quick decision through it. Great play by the middle linebacker. And the bigger play in the game was the roughing the punter on that series before. Miami had a chance to go down and win that game.
I think Miami goes for 2 if they score that last touchdown. Then
I think it's at least an option.
All right. Window Nation, 50% off all window styles, 0 down, 0 interest, 0 payments for 2 years right now. For a free in-home estimate, hit windownation.com or call 866-90-NATION.
Dirt and Spray. Dirt and Spray.
I'm Dirt. Looking a little bit ahead, what does the SP Plus say about this matchup between Penn State and Oregon?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's basically even. Penn State's a projected favorite basically by home field advantage. And so, you know, neither team has, 112. Penn State is the best team they played, ranked 112th currently in SP Plus. The best team Oregon's played ranked 82nd.
The home of Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network.
This weekend only at Old Navy stores, hurry in for 50% off pants for the fam. Yep, 50% off pants for the fam. Hurry in to get fall styles for everyone at incredible prices. This Saturday and Sunday only at Old Navy stores. Valid 9/20 and 9/21. Select styles only and in-store only.
Duck Game Day isn't all about football. Hey, it's Rob. How about golf and football? Langdon Farms is less than a minute off I-5, so hit the links, then belly up for a few nibbles before hopping on the freeway to Eugene. Langdon Farms Golf Club, just off I-5 in Wilsonville.
Whether you're looking for urgent or primary care, you need care that's ready when you are, not weeks or months away. Welcome to Zoom Care. Our providers are accepting new patients and ready to see you at one of our nearby neighborhood clinics. Plus, Zoom Care is in network with most insurance, including Medicare, making it even easier to access the health care
All right, this is in the news for September 19, 2025. Your noted newsman here. Thank you. Is foot traffic back in downtown Portland, you ask?
I am asking. It definitely has picked up.
Hold one, please.
Holding. Line 2.
Summer 2025 was Portland's busiest for pedestrian traffic since before the pandy.
Nice, I love it.
According to data from downtown Portland Clean and Safe. In a new downtown foot traffic report, officials shared that through August, downtown saw over 21.24 million pedestrians, up 5.6% from the same period in 2024.
Love to hear it.
The report also highlights local events like Cinco de Mayo, the Rose Festival, Project Pabst, which brought large numbers of people into the city.
We were down there. I was down for St. Patty's Day. It was packed down there on Waterfront. During when the little cherry blossoms, that little festival, that was packed.
The band?
No, the little
Oh,
cherry
that's the
blossoms.
gin blossoms.
The gin blossoms.
Remember them?
Yeah, I do remember them. Was that one headlight, I believe? They're gonna drive.
No, that
it
was the
home?
wallflowers. Gin Blossoms was I'll Follow You Down and
Hey Jealousy.
Hey Jealousy.
Hey
yeah.
Jealousy.
Got my blossoms mixed up. But as I make my way around our fair town, usually from bar to bar, I have noticed, especially on the weekends, way more foot traffic.
Yes.
It's starting to pick back up. It's nice that on a Friday or a Saturday night when you're out kind of like pub crawling, whether, depending on what side of the city you're on, dude, there's places are packed, man. It's starting to and bars are staying open later, restaurants are staying open later. It's harder to get tables. We're making a comeback, man. We're on the come up.
Now the next question is how is commerce doing down there in terms of businesses and office workers being present? And they're saying that is still lagging.
Yeah.
That's at 56% of 2019 levels, which is below the national average of 73%.
There is still an S-ton of office spaces for me.
So a lot of visitors, a little bit more vibrant down there, a lot of foot traffic, but not a lot of workers.
Yeah, that makes total sense. That's like one of those, your eyes are telling you what the data is confirming. I have noticed too, and again, I don't know about like Delta Park and stuff, but I do think to give them credit, as like Pioneer Courthouse Square, it is like the homeless thing is, they're working on it. It like we went to I saw Ben Harper down in Pioneer Courthouse Square, which was a really cool. They did a series, like the Roots played down there. They had a series of outdoor concerts down there, and I kind of was thinking to myself, oh boy, like this ought to be interesting. And like I scooter down there from the office, and I scooter a lot, kind of going from place to place down here. And like, is it perfect? But this is what I would tell anyone. Dude, it's a city of 2 million people. It's not ever going to be perfect. There is an element to when you have a city of a couple million people, there are going to be rough spots. There are going to be homeless people. There are going to be, those parts where you're like, I don't know about this.
If you don't have good grass, you're not in business.
But there is you can't tell me that there isn't a noticeable improvement
Wyatt,
in downtown.
You're really obnoxious.
Trump's not liking what you're saying. It's a war zone here, remember?
No, it is not.
It's not liking that.
God, I hate that narrative.
It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that.
Yeah, I love that. It's a war zone.
That is in the news September 19, 2025, brought to you by The Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. We will empty out the Friday notebook coming up next. I got an interesting graphic that Buck was sending along about the NFC North quarterbacks. We'll get to that. And some other cool stuff. Okay?
I like cool stuff.
Joey Harrington will be on at 5:30 as well to preview Oregon State. Stay right there. You have 105.1 The Fan.
Hey, it's Suk, and yes, the air in my house is better than yours. I hate to break it to you. When A&E Plumbing, Heating, and Air installed
off, delivers a shot, and makes the first down. Lance Mitchell came up to meet the quarterback. Masoli won the battle.
It's Rivalry Week on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM, 1080 AM, and the Odyssey app.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Friday. It is your Sports Bros. Rop, that's me. Big Sook right over there. Look at him.
Right here.
We also have Ryan Buckley over there. He's got his Fighting Duck shirt on today, just reminding us that he's representing for Oregon.
Is he wearing a duck hat, too? Are you doubling up?
rolling. What? That's just a gray hat.
Got a golf hat on. Yeah. I think.
I can't double up.
I can't either. I can't do the double merch.
Nah, that's just not.
I was telling my wife that the
Feel
other
weird.
day. She didn't understand that.
No.
Yeah. I said, because, yeah, she was just like, well.
I think you can do it going to a game or going to watch a big game if that's like the central thing of your day, but you're just going about your day. Double merch is a little much.
Well, I don't. Anybody that does that, look, it's fine. We get it.
Yeah.
You're a fan.
Sure.
I'm with you guys. I would only wear one piece of clothing for my team. If I have a hat, in other words, if I have a hat, I'm not wearing the shirt.
No. I feel weird. Then I feel like I'm getting ready to like go in the game.
Yeah, I will not wear a Ducks hat with a Ducks shirt or vice versa.
Yeah. My gal, when she goes down, because the BTJ is an Oregon grad.
She's a Duck.
She's a Duck. So once a year, she guilts me into taking her to a game, and she does the whole thing. She does the socks, the shorts, the
It's all
shirt.
decked out.
Yeah, the decked
All
out.
ducked out.
There's like a face sticker on there, and like.
Oh, does she do the Oregon branded eye black?
Yeah, she's all about it. And like we went down, they played BYU a couple years ago, and so I was like, oh, we'll go down to that. And I wore a T-shirt underneath my sweatshirt, and she goes, really? Like that's that? And I said, that's all I own. Yeah. I own like.
Well, you're not a Duck fan.
No, BYU.
No, BYU
Or I mean, yeah. Sorry.
I
wasn't listening.
I owned 2 pieces of BYU gear. I was like, and I like, and then one's a sweatshirt, one's a T-shirt. I'm like, if I can't wear one over the top, and she was disgusted at my fandom.
Yeah.
I was like,
This is how we do it.
I played. What do you want?
I don't own a lot of fan gear. I don't have a lot of like. I have I wear a Mets hat. That's like, I just don't own a lot of. And if I did, I just can't bring myself to double, let alone the triple up. Boy, you go triple up now. You've made.
Well, what would that even be?
Well, that would be like the shorts, or you'd go
jersey hat, shorts.
Or like maybe T-shirt, jacket, hat.
Also, team themed shoes are very popular.
Yes. Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah. Yeah, I just
some green and yellow Nikes. There's plenty of those out there.
Yeah, I just can't bring myself to do it.
Well, Ducks have a lot of pretty cool gear. You know.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they got nice looking stuff.
As opposed to like, I don't know if you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan. You know, do you have as many options?
Yeah. Well, I've always found like the Adidas team stuff, I think kind of looks like crap.
Well, I think all the NFL stuff looks stupid.
Yeah. Although like some of the, they're trying to get better. Like the hats they have this year, they're a little better.
This year and last year, the hats have been better than prior.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to empty out the notebook here, the tickle trunk, as it were.
I love a good tickle trunk.
Before we get to Joey. Joey coming on at 5:30. He played quarterback for the Ducks. I don't know if you guys know that.
I'm familiar.
So he was in this game against Oregon State. He knows what it's about. He's an Oregonian through and through, born and raised here. Would he like to see the Oregon State rivalry continue after this season? We'll talk to Joey at 5:30. Something I had in my notes that we never got to. I wanted to toss this out because we won't get back to it. And it is athletes that bring you joy. And this is different than great athletes. Okay, I want to make that distinction because I put this in my notes because I was watching, this was, I guess, Sunday night, Baker Mayfield. Or was that Monday night? That was Monday night. Yeah, so
one of the Monday night games.
So for Tuesday's show, I anticipated us getting to this, and we never got to it. And here we are on Friday, and I'm just going to spit it out.
Okay.
I have a list, and I wonder if you guys do too, of athletes that just bring you joy. And Baker Mayfield has made my list. I absolutely love watching him play.
It's funny because I think, and I don't know if this kind of spurred it, but I remember we were watching that game in here, and Baker went on some sort of scramble and like kind of dove over someone, and
what was
that? Talked some ass afterwards.
It was the fourth down scramble, wasn't it?
It was the fourth down scramble. He gets upended and he gets up and he's kind of around. And I remember we were both sitting here. I was like, dude, I freaking love watching that guy play. He's kind of like this. He's not the best, but he's good enough, and he kind of talks S, and he's like he's a bro, and
well, and bad bad Baker is fun to watch.
Yes.
Because when he throws really bad picks, it's hilarious.
I heard a great analysis of this. Someone said watching Baker Mayfield play quarterback is kind of like listening to Slipknot. You're not sure if it's good music, but you might like the aggressive vibe.
Yes.
Boy, that is a great analogy, and I love a good analogy.
God, that is good. So I was thinking about this, and I have 4. There are probably more, but here are my main 4. Okay, these are athletes that bring me joy, and everyone's list will be different.
Okay.
These are just athletes that I really love watching them at their
Is
craft.
this all time or just?
No, this is just right now.
Oh, right now.
I just did a right now thing.
Okay.
Because I mean,
Yeah, I know.
my man George.
Well, yeah. But sometimes, like you said, it's not always the best. And like we joke about it, but he is one of my all-time favorite baseball players. Watching Bartolo Colon play made me happy.
Brought you joy.
Yes.
He brought me
There you go.
good or bad.
And that's different because, he was an all-star here and there, but he was never like superstar.
Watching him play, when he came to New York, I was so fired up because like even when he wasn't a Met, he just made me smile. He was freaking greatness.
So my list is just 4.
Okay.
And there are some honorable mentions. Like I put Carlos Alcaraz on my honorable mention.
Sure.
I like to watch tennis
yeah.
kinda,
Yeah.
but he's he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Also, Justin Herbert makes my honorable mention.
Okay.
I think he's a really fun watch.
Sure.
Of course, Brandon Aubrey,
Yeah.
Naturally.
Shohei. But here are the
Ooh.
4.
Shohei's a good one.
He's fun, but the 4 that bring me the most joy: Steph Curry.
That is my number one with a bullet, no question.
And I don't know how he could, like, if you're watching him, how he couldn't bring you
And
joy.
it isn't, like you said, it isn't just being good. It's the energy around it. It's the stuff we saw at the Olympics
awesome.
and all of that.
Absolutely awesome. Baker Mayfield, Bobby Witt. If you guys probably haven't.
Yeah.
A lot of our listeners probably haven't watched
I do love me some Bobby Witt.
Royals baseball, but he is fun
Yeah.
and really freaking good. Yeah. And Rory McIlroy.
Rory, huh?
I absolutely
Okay.
love Rory, and it's the same thing as Baker.
Yeah.
Although he's much more
Sure.
he's much more elite at his sport than Baker.
Yeah.
But Rory's got a little. I mean, he's a wild ride, dude.
Yeah.
You saw it at the Masters.
Yes.
He is an absolute wild ride, and he was just last weekend. They were playing like I think that was the Irish Open.
You're gonna white knuckle that thing.
He does some amazing things, and then also it's like, what did he just do?
Yeah, some pound your head against the wall things.
So those would be my 4.
That's good. Now you set me down this list I'm trying to think of because like all time I could give it to you. I would say in the NFL it's a split because the Baker Mayfield one is really good, but like you already had Baker. Watching Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen play quarterback, I can't look
One better
away.
than the other for you? Because to me, there is one better than the other, or not better. Gives me more joy. I enjoy watching Josh Allen more than I watch.
I think I do too. That little flip that he had last night on the shovel, on the
Is
rollout.
awesome.
Like,
Is it because he's working with less? And it feels like he's more carrying?
I think that's a
I
good question.
kind of feel like he seems like he has to improvise a little more than
Yes.
Lamar, who maybe leans a little bit more on the pure athleticism. And
Yes.
so Josh seems like there's maybe a craftiness to it sometimes.
I feel like yes, I think that's a good way to put it. I feel like Josh is a little bit more. What did he just do? Whereas Lamar is like, oh, he just ran for 20 yards.
Yeah.
What a run!
Oh, damn,
it's
he
like,
did it again.
He did
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's like okay, we've seen it. So I think Josh is a little bit more dynamic in that way.
I would probably say, and this is razor thin, I think it's Lamar for me. Just he does stuff that I just can't process. Like I don't he is just so unique when I watch him play. I just find myself gravitating to Baltimore. And as fun as Josh Allen is, I just think Lamar does more things that it breaks my brain. He's a better version of Michael Vick. Like he sometimes he has scrambles that you're like no human being should do that, and he's actually a good thrower of the football too. I said he's a better version of Michael Vick. So I would say that's probably mine for football. Can't take my eyes off of him. I'm trying to think, like Steph might be universal. Iverson was this way for me back in the day. I couldn't not watch Allen Iverson.
He was fun.
I always said if I had to pay to watch one person in the NBA on a random Tuesday night, it would probably be AI, and that's Steph. He is that. He is worth the price of admission each and every time. And generally he's not an ass, and that kind of makes me feel pretty good. And it's going to be a weird one because I know you don't watch hockey. Hockey's my favorite sport, and
McDavid?
They're not my favorite team.
Connor Bedard.
Connor Bedard. Clearly.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I watch the Red Wings and I watch the Canucks. Those
Damn
are
it.
my two teams. My kids, I grew up taking them to Canucks games, and I'm a diehard Wings fan. I cannot turn off an Edmonton Oilers game.
Because McDavid's electric.
Connor McDavid, when he gets going, and it may be sacrilegious, I'm not saying he's the best of all time. That is the funnest hockey player that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've been watching the sport since I was 12 years old. He does stuff that I'm just, and I ended up rooting for him. He absolutely pulls me in. And it's a joy to watch. The same thing. He does stuff each and every night. And then also, again, I think it helps that he seems like a pretty good guy. And I don't know why, but that matters to me. Like I have a hard
matter.
I have a hard time. I can appreciate dudes that are like that are rough around the edges, but it's not the same level of joy when you actually feel like you have a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, for me in that realm, like there are two other guys. I mean, they're not as good as Steph anyways, but John Morant and Anthony Edwards are dudes that are so electric when they take over a game. Like I can't stop watching. They don't do it with the same consistency that Steph does, but they're also kind of asshats.
Their games are fun.
So,
Caitlin Clark may be on some people's list too.
Yeah,
By the way,
absolutely.
the topic here is athletes that bring you joy when you watch them. It's not about greatness. It's just like that really get you going. A couple people on the text line saying Marshawn Lynch.
Sure.
Oh, that's he's a vibes guy for sure. That's a good one.
Absolutely. He's one of those guys. And again, it's going to be an odd one, but there's a guy in the UFC named Derek Lewis.
Oh yeah, that was the dude who was like all excited to
Yeah, he was
going to get his wife on the ground after
he's gonna ground and pound his wife, and he's just he's not one of the best fighters, but anytime he tunes in, he will get me to watch a fight. He goes in and he's either gonna knock you out or he's gonna get knocked out in about 45 seconds. He's not a very good fighter. He just swings from the hip and he gets knocked out or he knocks you out, and then there's usually something funny in the interview. He's a guy that always makes me smile.
I'm surprised we didn't mention any pitchers between the threes of us.
Otani is that for me too, but I thought you kind of already said it.
And
I can't take my eyes off Shohei.
For me, one in the past but it's Tim Lincecum. Just the kind of the total package that like the enjoyment of physically watching him deliver a baseball was way up there.
Yeah, because you could say like guys like Kershaw and Bumgarner, but they're kind of boringly good.
Yeah,
they weren't that. They didn't move you the way.
I can't take my eyes off Shohei Otani.
I feel that way about him as a hitter, even when he's not pitching.
Well, he had a no-hitter the other night. His stuff was nasty.
He just is. He's a different
through
cat.
5 innings.
I would give anything if he could play for the Mets. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought a jersey. I'm not a jersey guy. If Shohei Otani signed with the Mets, I would have a Shohei Otani jersey in about 4 seconds.
Somebody else mentioned Jokic. That's a good one.
Ooh, yeah.
Brings a lot of people some joy.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Coming up next, a look at the NFC North quarterbacks of yesteryear. And then Joey Harrington will join us on The Fan.
The Fan is live on on the Fan Sports Network.
Quick update. First of all, this is the stupid Gin Blossoms.
Not to be confused with what was the
Wallflowers.
The Wallflowers. The Wallflowers were Bob Dylan's kids band, right?
Yeah.
Jacob Dylan.
I didn't
Jacob
realize
Dylan.
that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, their lead singer is Bob Dylan's kid.
One Headlight.
I
Was
remember that one.
Pretty good song.
We can drive it home. Was it a good song?
I think it was. Yeah.
I think it was a popular
Yeah,
song.
he was actually pretty good, I thought. Jacob Dylan. At any rate, a couple things from live sports. The Mariners are already up 1-0. Okay, so that's nice if you're a Mariner fan.
Yeah.
And Bucks, Iowa, Rutgers over. Both teams have scored a touchdown in the first 5 minutes.
That's right.
God, what are the chances of that? Tulsa, by the way, up 10-3 on Oklahoma State. The fire Mike Gundy.
Don't look now, but if you were expecting some strength of schedule points by the Cowboys going to do their thing against Tulsa, maybe not. Tulsa's beating Oklahoma State.
Before we get to Joey Harrington coming up next, we'll get back into this weekend's matchup between the Ducks and the Beavers. Buck sent this along, and I thought it fascinating. The NFC North. It is a graphic of quarterbacks for the Packers, Lions, Bears, and Vikings since 1992.
Okay.
Packers have had 3.
Yeah.
Which is
Total.
in and of itself, that's unbelievable.
It's absurd.
They have had 3 quarterbacks since 1992. Now, you have to have played a minimum of 10 games.
Sure, so it doesn't count if you get like 3 starts.
Right.
But the idea that you went from Brett Favre and then drafted Aaron Rodgers, booted Favre for Rodgers, and then booted Rodgers, and we don't know, but you did sign Jordan Love to be a franchise quarterback. If Jordan Love ends up being a multi-time Pro Bowler and whatever, Green Bay right now is the best team in the NFL, that may be the greatest back-to-back-to-back string that we've ever seen.
1992!
That's just stupid.
I can't even...
No.
I don't even think that's right. Is that right?
That's right. It's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so guess
Cleveland
how
does
many...
that in 1 year.
I know. Yeah, totally. Boy, you know what? That's right.
Yes.
The guy with the jersey?
Every year.
Yeah.
So Lions, Bears, and Vikings combined since 1992. Packers, 3.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks with at least 10 games played.
Yeah.
Lions, Bears, Vikings combined.
Combined, God, we got to be in the 20s. I mean, you got to be 20 plus, right?
The answer. Lions, Bears, Vikings since 1992 have a combined 47 quarterbacks.
That have started 10. And I'll bet you if you took the ones that have started 3 or more, I'll bet you that number is probably 60.
So real quick, Lions, Pete, Kramer, some guy named Gagliano.
I kind of remember him.
Ware, Craig, Mitchell, Batch, McMahon.
That's Mike McMahon, not Jim
I
McMahon.
don't remember Mike McMahon.
Yeah, I do.
Joey Harrington, Kitna, Orlovsky, Culpepper, and Stafford.
Orlovsky running out of the end zone. I don't remember.
And golf.
I don't remember Dante Culpepper.
I don't
in
either.
Detroit. I missed that one. I know he was bounced around a bit, but I don't remember him in
Remember him with the Dolphins?
Yeah. He was the one that tried to kill Nick Saban.
They also have somebody on here named Hill. In between Stafford and Goff, who would that be?
Sean Hill.
Sean?
S-H-A-U-N. He played for the Niners, too.
Yeah.
I don't remember him. Okay, Bears. Harbaugh, Walsh, Kramer, Craig, Stenstrom, Matthews, McNown, Miller, Chandler, Orton, Grossman.
Please.
Rex, Grossman.
Super Bowl quarterback.
Haney, who I don't remember. Cutler.
Caleb Haney.
McCown, Trubisky, Fields, and Williams.
Oh, my God. Dude, that thing's rough.
How about that?
That's a rough. Like, Juan Soto, by the way, 40-second home run, and the Mets have busted this game wide open. Suck it, everybody.
They're back.
We told you we were back.
Wait, it's not 47, it's 51, sorry.
51.
I didn't count correctly.
We need to put together like a side-by-side and who has the crappiest list, because this is...
Okay, one more.
This is bad.
Vikings. Okay.
Okay, yeah. They have what? I remember a couple of them.
Gannon.
Yeah.
McMahon.
Yeah.
Salisbury. Moon. Johnson.
Yeah.
Cunningham. George. Culpepper. Jackson?
Tavares Jackson.
Tavares Jackson, yeah.
Okay. Farrat.
Just, yeah.
Favre.
Oh, yeah.
Ponder.
Oh, yeah.
Cassell.
Castle. It's Matt Castle.
Matt Castle. Bridgewater. Bradford. Keenum. Cousins. Darnold.
Okay, now let me say this. It's not even close. Minnesota is like they do not belong in this category.
No, they're the best one.
They have a lot of guys, but they're not as bad as the other two.
Well, there's not just bad. There is some really
There's
good
some talent.
There's good quarterback play in there.
Culpepper, Moon.
Yeah. Brad Johnson wasn't bad there. There was
Favre.
Did you say Favre was good there? Cunningham was before that, right? He wasn't in there?
Yeah, he was in there.
Okay. Cunningham, that was the year I still say was the best team that I've seen not make a Super Bowl. God, that team was good. That was the Gary Anderson missed field goal, first one all year. There's some real quarterbacks in there. So the question becomes, take Minnesota out because they got nothing to complain about. I'll bet you that's a better lineup than 70% of the NFL. I don't know who's worse, though.
I do.
Between those first two.
I think it's the Bears.
You Bears?
Yes, and the reason I say that is because at least the Lions have Stafford and Goff. Who is the best of the Bears guys? Who's the best?
And haven't the Bears never had a 4,000-yard passer ever?
Haven't anybody.
So none of those guys has achieved statistical greatness.
The correct answer is Jay Cutler.
Yeah, he's the best of that crew, but that's not.
It's the Bears.
It's
You're
the
right.
Bears.
Because those are two. Stafford was really good, and Goff has been really good. So, yes. Congratulations, Chicago Bears. You are king of the dip-esses.
There you go. All right, Joey Harrington, let's talk some Civil War. Coming up next, here's Buck.
This is a Rivalry Week edition of Primetime with Isaac and Suk, brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, a crucial weekend in the AL West. The Mariners and Astros tied for the division lead coming into today. They are squaring off in Houston right now, and the Mariners already on the board. They're up 1-0 at the top of the second inning. Julio Rodriguez with a solo shot, his 31st of the season, putting the Mariners on the board. Tonight at 7:10 down in L.A., Clayton Kershaw makes the final Dodger Stadium regular season start of his career against the Giants. 7:10 first pitch on MLB Network. It's also Civil War weekend. Ducks and Beavers doing battle at Autzen Stadium. High noon on Saturday. Our coverage here on The Fan starts at 8 a.m. with Ducks Game Day. Tonight, a couple of college football games. Tulsa and Oklahoma State doing battle right now on ESPN. And Mike Gundy's squad trailing currently 10-7 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, Iowa and Rutgers are underway. And that one already a shootout. Rutgers up 14-7 on the Hawkeyes. Currently, you can see that action over on Fox. The Seahawks banged up this weekend, hosting the New Orleans Saints. They'll be down 3 defensive backs. And likely Zach Charbonnet as well has been downgraded to doubtful with a foot injury. Seahawks kick off at 1:05 on Sunday at Lumen Field against the Saints. Our coverage starts at 11 a.m. And Jaden Daniels out for the Commanders this weekend with a knee injury. That makes Marcus Mariota the starter for Washington when they take on the Las Vegas Raiders. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor. Saturday mornings at 9 on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CODE to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift
can truly plan. To kick back and listen to story time. Yes, it's story time. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fan's Global Sports Radio Network.
All right, it's the 129th Civil War. Tomorrow, Oregon and Oregon State. Joey Harrington with us. Does it feel like rivalry week to you?
No.
Yeah. That was the no. Deflated no.
I mean, I actually, if I'm being honest, I have more rivalry feelings for Central Jesuit tonight than I do for Oregon State right now. And not because I don't have a rivalry with Oregon State, but it's because of what has happened to Oregon State, and it's sad and it's depressing and it's not right, and at the same time it's where we are.
Does it kind of rob you of, like, even if, let's say Oregon wins by, whether you win by 10 or whether you win by 50, do you take any enjoyment out of it?
Oh, sure. You still won. You know, anytime you beat the Beavers, it's good. But, I mean, I should say this. If we win by 10, then I'm a little concerned. And I also bet a friend I bet him $1, and so he gave me $5 and I gave him $1, and I gave him 50 points.
Whoa.
I like it.
That's confidence.
I think I made a good bet.
God.
Well, and that says all you need to know, that even though it's $1 that you feel pretty confident about laying 50 points. That kind of stinks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would like to be able to express this feeling without being judged or having my duckness questioned. Can I do that?
Yes.
Is this a safe space?
Yeah. No one will be judging.
We're in the
you.
trust tree.
No one's listening anymore.
Okay. I feel bad for him. Yeah. I do. Like, am I going to go out of my way to root for the Beavers? No. But will I I don't know. It's not right. It's seriously, it's not right what has happened to both Oregon State and Washington State. I mean, what we were talking, Wazoo lost to North Texas or someone by like 100 last week.
It was bad.
I mean, it's the fact that college now. So there's one thing, you know, for Oregon State being bad for 28 years. You know, that in the old world of college football, right? You just couldn't figure it out and you sucked, and that's awesome, right? Like, I can root against that. In this world where it is money driven, it is transfer driven, it is TV contract driven, it is like all the things that, you know, based on they're in Corvallis, Oregon. Right. And so by all those metrics, they're not included like that. Like, I just don't know. I just have this is old man yelling at the clouds, but I just have a hard time with it.
I have a question for you, though. As a Duck, you said that about Oregon State.
Yeah.
Would you ever say that about Washington?
Oh, no, they're in Seattle and they have money, so screw them.
Well, like, let me paint a scenario, because what happened to Oregon State would not happen to Washington. No. But
right.
let's say Washington went to the Big Ten and Oregon was left out.
Well, then that's stupid on their part, and you know we're significantly cooler and better than Washington.
Well,
and
what
so
I'm getting at,
the Big Ten made a big mistake.
Well, here's what I'm getting at. I don't think, through the lens of should the rivalry game continue, I wonder your thoughts, because I feel like the Oregon-Washington rivalry should always continue no matter what. Oregon State may have run its course. Point being, you know, you just what you just said. Like, I mean, at this point, it's a pity party. Whereas that would never happen with Washington. You see what I mean?
Did he just say that, Suk?
He did.
Did he say that Oregon and Oregon State should not play each other anymore?
That is the direct quote out of Asachi's mouth. And by the way, next year they're not going to.
I'm on that train.
There's a lot of Beaver fans that feel that way, by the way. I would say the vast majority of Beaver fans that I've talked to, including 3 ex-players that I've chatted with over the last 2 weeks, kind of in the midst of this, holy crap, what's happening. And I got to tell you, it is overwhelming that they don't want to play this.
Hi.
I get it.
They've lost hope, and they don't feel like it went from, they knew Oregon was better, and they knew that it was an uphill battle and that sort of thing, to now it feels like, from the people I talk to, it just feels like an inevitable ass kicking that they don't want to endure. It's like a reminder of how far the gap has grown. And I think the vast majority of fans, at least the ones that have reached out to me, they don't want to do this.
Can you blame them?
No, I can't. I get it.
I mean, shoes on the other foot. I would ask you, like, if something had happened to Oregon,
shoe on the other foot.
Yeah,
Oregon and Nike and like the shoe duck uniforms and good. I see what you did there.
I do want to talk to you about that, because the voiceover thing, and we need to talk about that because that's really cool. But no, let's say in a world where you no longer feel, because you take UW, right? Because that's the whole. It was the big brother, little brother thing, and then you guys kind of rose up, and now there's this great rivalry. But if you got to the point where you did not feel there was any way to be competitive with UW, and it was going to be like you're going into these games and it's 5-6 touchdown spreads, and people are like, no, you're going to cover. How many years before you're like, I don't want to do this anymore?
Damn it.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't like it when you make valid points that contradict the way that I feel. That's not why I call into this radio show. That's like.
Well, how do you feel? You feel like they should just?
I feel like Oregon and Oregon State should always play.
Always play.
Yeah, and I feel that way too.
Always.
All right.
Yeah.
It's peanut butter and jelly. It's lamb and tuna fish. It's Oregon and Oregon State.
See, and I'm that way too. I feel like as a player, I would always want that opportunity. As a fan, I would always want that opportunity because weird things happen. I mean, last year in the Apple Cup, something weird happened. A couple years ago, 18 straight runs or whatever it was, weird things can happen. I just feel like that to me is I would ask Oregon State's AD, I would ask Oregon State's leadership, you got to do something, because that feeling of hopelessness is real right now, and that's you can't allow that.
Okay. No, I'm going to interject here. I'm coming back at you. Okay. So Oregon State, Washington State, they're recreating the pack. They are putting together a group of schools that are going to demand that they are part of the Power Five again, right? So how can you have that feeling that you're part of the crew, that you are putting this thing, we're getting the band back together, and then at the same time, out of the other side of your mouth, say, yeah, but we're just not good enough to play Oregon and we can't compete. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Right? It's one or the other. Either we are in this thing and the new pack is back and we're better than ever and rah rah sis boom bah, or you know what, let's just scrap it and go join a conference with, well, I was going to say North Texas, but North Texas beat the hell out of Washington State. So, right? You see my point here? Like, it's not an either or. You got to have them both. Either you're putting the conference back together, therefore you're going to go out and play the best teams, even if Oregon is significantly better than you, or you resign yourself to the fact of that college football has changed and you are no longer able to compete at the level that you once did, and you take a step back. But you can't do both.
Yeah.
Well, why not? I mean, why can't they build the new league, but also say, forget you, Oregon, you left us. Things have changed.
But that's different. That's different from what Suk was saying, because Suk was saying that the Oregon State people that he talked to felt like they no longer had a chance. Like if you're going in at 5 or 6 touchdown under, that was the whole point.
Yes.
Right. That's
mine is a little different.
Screw you, Oregon, you left us.
Mine is a little different. I think Oregon State should not oblige Oregon and play against them for part of what succeeds. I mean, they're at two completely different levels, but that can always change, or those there are ebbs and flows there. To me, it's more, hey, you ruined the rivalry, not us. We're not playing you.
And I can see the valid point behind that if you want to be a spiteful little, little punk. But like that, I was going to say something else, but I caught myself. I was like, can I say it on the radio?
You have before. Yeah. Coincidentally.
Shut up.
Yeah.
We've got the drop. It's
I'm not going to play it right now.
It's one of the best ones.
But stay tuned. After Joey hangs up, we'll play it.
It'll be a montage.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell my brother to turn it off the radio so my nephew doesn't hear.
Yes,
because remember, you guys were blamed for
that's
his
right.
outburst, but that's it. Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway,
we got to take credit for cleaning up. Well, that word. I mean, we've done a better job.
Yeah, we have.
We've been scolded behind the scenes.
Yeah, we were properly talked to.
Trust me. We've done better.
Yeah.
So we're growing. Okay. Well, you say play the rivalry. Okay. They're not going to play next year. We know that for sure?
Yes.
What if when they bring it back, they move it to November? Is that better?
Better for who? I mean,
the rivalry.
Are you asking me if I would have a stronger feeling about it in November than I do in September?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. Yeah. Because then there's always that potential of, Oregon, we're competing for playoff, conference championship, and Oregon State gets to, screw you, I'm going to knock you out.
Yeah, the old bracket buster.
There you go.
Yeah, but in September, it's just like...
Yeah, I know. That to me, I think that, yeah, it's hard on these rivalries when they're moved to September. It just doesn't feel the same.
No.
The weather's different, not as much as on the line. It's just, as you've pointed out many times, a lot of strange things happen in November.
Yep.
And part of that is the nature of rivalry games. Well, we'll dare to dream. When we come back, we'll talk with Joey Harrington here, courtesy Mods PDX, about Shoe Duck, the Shoe Duck unis. Also, we have question from listener for Joey when we return on 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
Well, dealer's choice. You want some Ducks football recruiting news, or do you want women's soccer news?
I want Iowa Rutgers scoreboard update.
Yeah, scoreboard update. 14-14 at the end of one. The Scarlet Knights in the red zone and driving. We've had four drives, 4 touchdowns. We're on the 5th drive.
Suk was
for the 5th
mocking
touchdown.
you
I
about
know.
taking the over, and you got 56 points in the first quarter. 28 points in the first quarter.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Come on, man.
And then recruiting's great and soccer's great.
Actually, the Ducks lost a commitment from a 2027 receiver, Keyshawn Bowman, out of the Nashville area. He said he thinks he just committed a little bit too early. Not going to not end up with the Ducks, but he wants to check out some other schools too.
All right. Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. We're talking with Jake Butt, former Michigan player and analyst for the Big Ten Network. What is your favorite Jim Harbaugh moment between you and him while you were playing with him?
No, there's a bunch of them. He believed chicken is the nervous bird, so he thought that we should not be eating chicken at training table because it would lead to nervousness.
The home of Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network.
Duck fans, why not create the greatest Saturday known to man? Hey, it's Rop, and the single best fall and winter golf course we have is right on your way to Onset. So pit stop, hit the range, or play around while everyone else sits in traffic. Then head to Eugene to cap off your day. And hey, even if you don't golf, just hit Langdon's Grill. Full bar, excellent game day menu, and all the games on the big screens, even outdoor patio seating. So plan your game day right. Mix in Langdon Farms just off I-5 in Wilsonville.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days
that? Jeez.
Well,
And now
I thought
feel
it was
Man, this is like super heavy. Like, you sure you want to go here?
No, but Doug is.
Doug is. Well, okay, Doug, it's your fault. We went and visited.
Yeah.
And it was the first week of December, and it was still smoldering.
Yeah.
I mean, it was of course blocked off, and the walls are up, and murals, and people had still had missing signs, and there were drawings from kids, and it was, I don't even want to use the word surreal, because I'm not quite sure that adequately describes it, but like, to have been there, May, we went I think on Memorial Weekend when the billboard went up. To have been there 6 months earlier, and then all of a sudden to have that just be gone, like it was, that it's honestly something that and not because I don't want to think about it, but I wonder if maybe like part of me has kind of blocked it out a little bit. Like that, it was heavy.
Yeah,
like, it was intense. And I actually haven't been back to the new
Freedom Tower.
But I've heard it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, so my agent was based out of Connecticut. So when I signed with him, we flew out there. He was like Joe Flacco's agent and a couple other guys. And he had a little event, and he was based out of Connecticut. So I flew out. They flew us all out there to New York. We flew into New York and then drove into Connecticut. And so that was I want to say that was December or January. And same thing, it was smoldering. And so the pilot banked his wings so that we could see it. And I don't remember if it was JFK or LaGuardia. I don't remember which one it was in, but it was this real kind of weird tone. And he said, if you look out the left, and he goes, we'll take a quick bank, and you're pretty low coming in. And yeah, the whole thing, it looked like it was still on fire. Like there was a significant amount of smoke and smolder still coming up from it. And I remember how big it was, like the area. It's like it's massive. Like you think of two buildings, but the actual footprint of it that had gone down. I've never been on an airplane that was quieter. Like no one said, there wasn't an ooh, there wasn't an ah, there wasn't a picture. It just was a weird, eerie silence. And then we landed. Yeah, same.
Kind of like this show.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden at the end there's this weird, eerie silence, and then we go to commercial.
No, we have to play your bitch drop first.
That's true.
But wait, what? Who won the Heisman? The Crouch?
Yeah, right.
Crouch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
One of the worst Heismans of all time.
I call him like once a year and ask him how my trophy's doing. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Do you really?
The best. Oh, sure I do. Of course. And the best answer he's given me is, it's looking pretty damn good on my shelf. I was like, yep, touche.
Who else was there?
Kenny Dorsey and Rex Grossman.
Yeah.
Oh, sexy Rex.
Super Bowl quarterback Rex Grossman, please. Thank you.
All right. Okay, man. Good luck on your 50-point bet.
Yeah, I could come up big this weekend. $5.
You could. You also may not.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the game.
Okay, bye.
Mods PDX. The future of building is here. Joey Harrington each Friday at 5:30. It's only a matter of time before this happened, and it's here, Jason. Are you ready to lose some weight? Because I am.
6'8", lose some weight.
Eli Lilly coming through. That's next on The Fan.
You freaking bitch.
At Carl's Jr., late birds get the bag. Build your own bag. After 8 p.m. for $5.99, get a Cali Classic single, fries, plus chicken stars. Or get a spicy chicken sandwich, onion rings, plus chicken stars. This deal is stacked. Don't hit the sack, hit the drive-thru. Build your own bag, just $5.99. You build it, you eat it. Can't wait till late? Get this deal on the app anytime.
Only at Carl's Jr. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price may vary. Not valid with any offer, discount, or combo. See app for details.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 503-207-6000. That's 503-207-6000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC.
spent too much time on the drop board together.
You're a freaking bitch.
Like when one of you plays a drop when the other one's out, do you feel like in your fingertips? Like Rob's in San Diego and Buck plays a bitch drop and Rob's like,
My loins start burning.
My hands are tingling.
My wife's like, what are you doing? I was like, Buck probably just played my bitch drops. All right, well, we're way over.
We did so well. The first segment, we were on time.
I was so proud of you. You broke at 12 minutes just like you're supposed to.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have thrown in Doug's question. But
It's all right. You did be asked.
Doug. Then we're going to give him a best friend hug.
That's a great jingle.
Whenever I think of Doug, that's all I think about.
What jingle is that?
That's from Hangover.
Hangover.
Oh,
Doug,
that's right.
Doug.
But if he's been murdered by crystal meth tweakers, then we're out of luck.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah. I have that on my that's on the soundtrack. So every now and then, like I have my like my Spotify on shuffle, and that will pop up, and it always gives me a little.
Is that Ed
Helms?
Ed Helms, yeah.
I think that's his name.
At the piano.
Yeah.
With his tooth knocked out.
I have 2 songs off of that on that soundtrack on my playlist. I have that Tiger song, and then I have the Dan Band doing Candy Shop.
I thought you were gonna say the 3 Best Friends little jingle that Zach Galifianakis sings.
No,
We're the 3 best friends.
I think that's on there
have.
too. If you look at the soundtrack, but no, I have the Dan Band doing milkshake or the Candy Shop, the 50-cent Candy Shop, and then which the Dan Band, if you don't know, he's the guy that does all those. Like he was in
Old School,
and he was in.
Wasn't he at the Catalina Wine Mixer?
I think he was.
Was that the Dan Band?
I think that guy has been in a bunch of those. I think Vince Vaughn's like a big fan.
What?
And so yeah, there's this guy. He calls them the Dan Band, and they sing those songs, but he kind of makes them vulgar.
Yeah, he punches them up with some F-bombs, but otherwise is just a cover act.
Yeah.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to tell you that Eli Lilly's new weight loss pill looking pretty promising.
Pretty good.
Looking pretty promising. If you've been scared of Ozempic, this might be for you. Next on The Fan. Hey, it's Rob sticking around for Window Nation, where right now you can get 50% off all windows, any style, 1,500 to choose from at Window Nation. If you need windows for your home, these guys are great. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They do a 50-point inspection of every window before it leaves the factory and a 20-point inspection of every window when it's installed. They have the best installers in the country, so I hear. So right now, 50% off any window style. And if you don't have all the cash right up front, no problem. 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 2 years. That is right. You will pay nothing until 2027. You'll have nice new windows. Your energy bills will be lower. The windows will look great. They'll improve the value of your home. And Window Nation, with this little nugget, if you replace all of your windows, you could win a pair of Portland Thorns home game tickets or a VIP experience. So hurry, this sale will end September 30th. 50% off windows. Don't miss out. It's their most popular deal. Schedule your fast, free in-home estimate right now at windownation.com or 866-90-NATION. That is 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. License number OR 249065.
New ownership is coming to Rip City.
The report this morning is that Tom Dundon, who is the owner of the Carolina Hurricane, he's excited, he's buying the team, and he has no plans on moving them out of Portland.
What changes are on the horizon?
What I like about him is it sounds like he really wants to win, very competitive, and
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
He's not in it for just the money part of it.
No,
He's
he
a
wants to
sports fan. He wants to win.
Keep it on the Fan Sports Network for all your Trailblazers off-season news. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The Fan.
Now, here's a quick look at Portland traffic.
I-5 northbound is still thick out of South Portland. It's going to be slow again from 405 to the Interstate Bridge. Still solid getting onto 84 eastbound from both directions of I-5. And 405 still heavy over the Fremont Bridge.
This traffic report brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why our recruiters' expertise and award-winning
Lilly, the maker of Manjaro, said that its experimental GLP-1 pill successfully helped adults with obesity lose weight in a phase 3 trial.
So this is different than the injections.
Yeah, this is different. As the company moves closer to submitting the drug for approval from the FDA. Now, the injections, you talking about Ozempic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Eli Lilly doesn't make Ozempic.
No, but they're all the same. The GLPs are all the... So
Right.
there's Ozempic, there's like Whey...
Yeah.
They're all...
Wegovy?
Wegovy.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
the same. So my understanding is this is the same. It's just not an injectable. It's a pill.
It's a pill, yeah. In a news release Thursday, the drug maker said the oral medication called orforglipron
Nailed it.
helped adults lose an average of 27 pounds.
I don't know if anyone else cared, but Buck's coming in. Nailed it. God, that got me. I enjoyed that.
It helped adults lose an average of 27.3 pounds in a 72-week trial. The pill showed significant efficacy and a safety and tolerability profile consistent with injectable GLP-1 therapies. So buckle up. They're also saying it's going to be way cheaper.
Oh, yeah, because that's the other one. The Ozempic or those things, they're like, isn't it like $800-900 a month, something like that? It's spendy.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that are on it. My buddy's a doctor, and he's like, everyone that walks in the door is like, I want it. But I do think it's tricky to get insurance to pay for it if you don't actually need it. Like if you have diabetes and you're like obese, yeah, but like for those people, sure. But there's people that just need to lose like 20 or 30 pounds. They're like, give me the Ozempic. And they're like, well, you could just exercise a little more and not eat pizza. And they're like, give me the Ozempic.
They're going to make so much money on this thing.
Yeah.
Because
if it's a pill and you
yes.
don't have to deal with the shot and it's
Yes.
affordable, buckle
Dude,
up.
it's
Everybody.
Everyone is going to have this.
Yes.
Eli Lilly's about... You buying Eli Lilly stock?
Do it right now.
What's their ticker?
Yeah. Get on it. Well, I said, whoever comes up with the one where you don't have to be fat anymore, or whoever comes up with you don't have to be bald anymore, you will be worth $8 gajillion.
They are LLY on the New York Stock Exchange.
Buy it now.
And they're at 751.
Yeah. So
Down a little bit today. Down a little bit.
Well, wait till
a little discount.
Wait till all the fatties are like, just inhale it. Well, but it's true. I mean, it's like the number one like cause of death. I mean,
well, it's a good thing, right?
It's a good thing. Yes.
I mean, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm weirded out. Like, my doc's always like, he prescribes Ozempic because the people that really need it, but he doesn't do it for the people that need to lose 20 or 30 pounds. He's not certain that there isn't some. How do you put it? Like, there's no such thing as a free ride, and so there are some studies that talk about.
So he's skeptical there may be long-term issues or
because there's some stuff they're saying like already people are saying it can really mess with your digestive tract. It can cause ulcers. It can be like bone density. It's like muscle mass loss. But when you're 400 pounds, all of the negatives are way less than the idea of just being 400.
You'd rather have those issues than just carrying around that much fat.
Yeah, but if you weigh 180 pounds and you want to weigh 150 pounds and you don't want to change anything of your diet and you're just on this, and that's the other one is like if you do this, a lot of it is just that it makes you not hungry. Are you going to be on this forever? It goes back to if you don't change your habits and you don't exercise and you still eat, and the only reason you're not eating is because this thing makes you nauseous and it makes you not want to eat, as soon as you go off of it, you're going to gain that weight back. So there's like, he's just skeptical that this is the long-term, like for everybody. Obese people, sure. But a lot of the people that are on it, like I know a group of people that got together and did this as a group, and they're not obese.
They have Ozempic parties?
They had Ozempic parties.
Shoot each other up?
Yeah.
Nice.
They all do it together. And it's like,
hot.
And I'm like, has anyone tried like a change in diet and exercise? Like
shut your mouth.
Going for daily walks or whatever. But everyone's like, well, I'm too busy and I don't want. And you're like, just give me the injection.
It's a shortcut.
Give me the injection. But if you can make it in a pill and you can make it affordable and you don't have to stick yourself with it, you are so right. This thing is going to be a booming.
Bro.
Well, they said that that company, it came out of like UCLA, I think was doing the research. They're saying that's going to clinical trials, and that's like the baldness thing. They think that they can wake up within a year or two, they might be able to wake up dormant hair follicles.
No way.
Yeah. And if that happens...
Which sells better? The baldness or the fatness?
Boy.
Probably the fat.
I would think the fat.
Because bald's only men.
Yeah, man. I mean, there are some women, but yeah, but the baldness thing, dude, that's... If someone actually comes up with a topical treatment or a pill that you take, and it's not a surgery, it's nothing, you just take something and then all of your hair that has stopped growing for 30 years starts growing again, yeah.
But will it look weird?
From my understanding behind it is it is the exact same thing, and this is just off of the stuff I've read. Supposedly, your hair doesn't fall out, it just goes to sleep. So apparently, I have a full head of hair that just stopped growing.
Sleep well, Suki follicles.
And the idea is that this...
Looks like they are.
That this basically just flips the switch and all of those follicles wake up. So in theory, all the hair that you had at one point will grow. So if you had a full head of hair at 18... You know, we all essentially had a full head. Now, if you had thin, wispy hair at 10, you're not going to have thick, luscious hair. But like if you have a widow's peak or whatever, in theory, all of that stuff will start growing back.
You know who that sucks for? You. And I'll tell you why. It does. Because while you may want that, you have presented yourself as bald for so long.
Yeah, it's been like 20 years.
That I'm not.
You'd be Jason Witten in the booth.
It's like, what is that? And it will never, ever, ever be normal. Whereas the people who are younger, who haven't gone bald yet, who can catch it early, will always like. Then we're not as stunned. For you, you're screwed because the second you come back with that, it's gonna be like, what the hell?
What are you doing? Well, it's funny. So my daughter, who's trying to be this is what she wants to do. My daughter wants to do medical research. She wants to be a doctor, but she wants to be a researcher. And so she's always reading, and she's like, Dad, and she's the one that brought me this. She's like, because I always hear about, it's baldness cure, and I'm like, whatever. And she goes, no, Dad. She goes, this is really interesting stuff. And she was explaining the science behind it. She basically thinks like turning on a light switch. And so we were doing this around the dinner table, and the BTJ is like, I will leave you.
If you have hair?
If I have hair. And I was like, what in the hell? She goes, I will not accept this. She goes, no.
Why?
You stay bald.
Same reason?
She will not. She claims that she's seen photos. She goes, you are not having hair. She goes, it looks weird. This is who I fell in love with. She goes, no. And I was like, are you S-ing me right now? And I said, I will be the first one in line. And she's like, no. I mean, she is like dead. She was mad at my daughter for even bringing it up.
Wow.
My wife is that way a little bit with my beard. I even suggest shaving the whole thing, and she's like, don't you do it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Why? Because she's not attracted to you otherwise?
Well, yeah, my theory is that I have an ugly face, and she doesn't want to see it. But
jeez.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I said, that's a bit aggressive.
Yeah, I think it's more the look that you've become accustomed to. Now, that's not up to you, ladies. It's up to us. But
well, imagine if Sook said to the BTJ, hey, if you change your hair color, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that.
Believe me, I brought it up about, like, getting big.
Honey, if you put on 15 pounds, I'm kicking you to the curb.
You know what the best part is? She looks at me and goes, you would, you bastard. And I was like, wow. I was like, what if you got, like, all fat? And she's like, you would leave me in a second. And I was like, that's mean. And she goes, it's true. And you don't get hair. She's, like, laying down the law. She said, I can't have hair.
God.
Probably texting me right now telling me you're not getting hair. She probably heard it and is like, screw you.
We had travel chaos today. We'll get to that next. Here's Buck.
This is a Rivalry Week edition of Primetime with Isaac and Sook, brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit MountaintopMetalRoofing.com. First on the Fan, the Mariners started the day tied for first in the AL West, and they're opening a 3-game set in Houston. They are leading 2-0 at the end of 5. They got solo home runs from Julio Rodriguez in the first and Eugenio Suarez in the fourth. Meanwhile, in college football, Civil War Saturday tomorrow, Ducks, Beavers, Autzen Stadium, 12 o'clock. Our coverage starts at 8 a.m. with Ducks game day. Meanwhile, 2 college football games going on tonight. Tulsa and Oklahoma State are doing battle right now. And the Tulsa Golden Hurricane all over Mike Gundy's bunt. They're up 16-3 in the second half. That one's over on ESPN. Meanwhile, a shootout between Iowa and Rutgers, 21-all, as they approach halftime on Fox. Some NFL injury news. Zach Charbonnet downgraded to doubtful for the Seahawks. The running back likely to miss their matchup against the Saints, along with 3 members of the Seahawks secondary. That one kicks off at 1:05 at Lumen Field. Our coverage here on The Fan starts at 11. And Jaden Daniels, the Washington Commanders quarterback, out this week with a knee injury. That means Marcus Mariota steps in as the starter against the Las Vegas Raiders. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation brings you on-demand video.
brought travel to a near standstill across the United States today.
Not good.
DFW was effectively shut down as federal authorities scrambled to contain the fallout. Flights across at least 20 other air traffic control sectors, including those serving Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami, New York, Chicago, Denver, Salt Lake, and D.C. were impacted by cascading congestion and rerouted traffic.
Funny how like one thing and just the domino tumbles.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they all were.
Yeah, they all had
They all had computer issues.
How long was this grounded for?
Everything's computer.
Well, it is true now. Everything is. So when a computer system goes down, like
even Canada.
Yeah, you hear these things. It's like the Joe Rogan, types that are like, well, we're one cyber attack away, and you hear all this crap. But it really is kind of freaky to think about that if
a cyber attack could be as disruptive as anything.
Like, if you want to talk about just grinding our country to a halt.
How are people getting money? How are they paying for food? How are they getting around?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
true.
just...
Yeah, we are...
Take out our cellular networks? How are we communicating with each other?
Well,
You can have it.
You what?
I said you can have it.
You ready for isolationist Rob?
Well, like, imagine...
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
Imagine if you, like, if the Wi-Fi, like, the internet cable, like, if if landlines, what is the what do they call them? What's hardwired internet?
Landlines?
Yeah, the landlines. If internet went down, or the cell phone network went down, you're right. Like, none of your bills would get paid. You can't get, no one has any. Like, you'd be.
No one would have access to anything.
No one. My gal couldn't even find her way home. She has to It's 5 years. She has to GPS her way home.
It'd basically be just a bunch of kids driving around aimlessly.
Yeah,
because they can't find anything.
Where are we going? What?
We're too reliant on all that stuff.
It is true. I mean, we would be so effed. It is crazy to think about how fast we could be reverted back to like primitive society. Imagine if that went on for like 6 months. If you had 6 months of massive power outages, no Wi-Fi, cell phone networks going down, even like...
How do you even get information to people about what they should be doing?
Radio, baby. AM radio.
without electricity?
1080.
I mean, think about how fast, after what point would you have martial law? A month? 2 months?
So you're saying no internet.
Internet's down, power grid's down.
Power's out.
So
all power. Okay, so
yeah, I mean, and
do I have running water?
Yeah, you'd have running water, I would think.
So I have water
because that's not on electricity, right? Unless you live on a well.
Yeah,
but you would have water.
Do I have natural gas for my stove? If I have
Yeah, I mean,
gas
sure,
stove?
if you have natural gas, but I don't.
Most people don't, but
every bit of your food is spoiled. Anything that's in your refrigerator's gone.
Yeah.
You
Are
have
restaurants open?
No.
Because they don't have power.
And by the way, like supermarkets, like all that stuff is just you're hooped.
Well, and even that, like think about if the internet and electricity are down, how would you buy groceries anyways? You can't access your account at your bank. How are you getting cash? How are you even paying for anything?
We had years ago when we lived in La Center, there was a really bad ice storm and it took down La Center's power. And so we were kind of like, well, there's one little market in town. And we knew it was coming, and I was within walking distance. And so I was like, well, I'll hoof it down there, and I'm just going to buy what they have, because they said, hey, it may be a long weekend. And I remember walking down there, and they have like a big hot bar. It's like they call it like the Gorilla Grill, and they got burgers and chicken strip, just that standard fare. And I walked in there, and the power was out. And so the lady was like, it was cash only, and no one had cash. And I had like $50 on me. And they were like, hey, we want to get out of here. They basically gave me everything in the hot case. They were like, just
take it.
They're like, take it.
We're out of here.
Yeah. And I was like, what? And they're like, what?
Yeah.
I peeled off like $20. I was like the only one with cash. And they just gave it to me. And I saw so many people that wanted to buy stuff, and they were like, we need cash. But the ATM didn't work. And like no one, and it was just, that was like my thought where I was like, oh,
commerce would grind to a halt.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's an interesting question. Like, how long would it take in the United States.
I think after a month of nationwide rolling blackouts and cell phone data, like I think a month, and you would have, I'm not kidding, full on martial law, panic in the streets.
All the doomsday preppers would be sitting back laughing.
It does not take people long to lose their S. It really doesn't.
10 U.S. airports were functionally restricted or closed by early this afternoon. Not good out there.
No. You're not getting your Ozempic.
What?
The Ozempic's gone.
Why?
You can't get there. No, you can't get to the doctor's office.
Well, I can't eat anyway.
Yeah.
Or
Well, like think about like if
Forglipron?
your
Nailed
insulin, any medication that needs to be refrigerated, gone.
What was that drop? Or Forglipron?
Nailed it.
I love this. That's my favorite thing that's happened all day. Nailed.
Or Forglipron?
Nailed it.
All right.
Nailed it.
We'll wrap it up next on The Fan.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray. Fan Sports Network. Welcome
Touchdown
back to
6,
the club. Isaac and Big Sook have you from here.
Well, if we got nowhere today, we got some good drops.
We did.
We got this one.
Touchdown 6, brother.
Touchdown 6, brother. And we got this one. This is fantastic.
Rocco! Oh, Mike Rocco! Oh!
I don't know what that is, but it's great.
That is my I guess we'd say impression of Joel Klatt calling an Iowa State game. Rocco! Oh, Mike Rocco! Oh!
The last O is the best part of that.
Dude, it sounds like you're
yeah, it does.
sounds like you're climaxing.
Watch Joel Klatt do an Iowa State game.
Oh, Mike Rocco! Or Forglapron.
Nailed it.
Yeah, we got that one.
Speaking of Rocco,
every day
Cristobal's kid is Rocco.
Yeah,
that's right.
Remember a while back we were asking like coach fights or whatever. Cristobal, I was watching some of the McAfee today. It was on the old interwebs, and he had Mario Cristobal on. So I was like, oh, that popped up.
Yeah,
so
they're down at Miami.
Yeah,
right?
down
Game
Miami.
day.
Yeah, and so McAfee was on there. And I swear to God, I thought Cristobal was gonna go. McAfee's looking at him. McAfee's all like he's wearing
sleeveless
and whatever.
Wasn't he a punter?
He was a punter. So,
I mean,
so McAfee's like looking at him.
I don't get the bits.
And he turns to he's talking to Cristobal and he goes, he's like, so you're like a jiu-jitsu guy, right? And Cristobal is kind of staring at him. And McAfee kind of bows up and Cristobal goes, do you want to fight? And like for a brief moment, I was like, I don't think Cristobal has a sense of humor. And McAfee goes, I'm not gonna lie, he goes, I was thinking about shooting a single on you, and he goes, do it. And like I think Cristobal was ready to go. I was like, there was some weird.
Is there anyone that would be less tolerant of McAfee's crap than Cristobal?
Dude, there was some weird macho sexual tension today between McAfee and Cristobal.
Look, a lot of tea floating around there.
A lot of tea.
I don't mind McAfee. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
But that combo is like oil and water.
But I got to tell you, I'd be rooting for Cristobal there. I think that would be hilarious.
Well, just the idea when someone asks you a question, are you a jiu-jitsu guy? And your response is quiet, stoic silence for about 5 seconds, followed by, what, you want to fight? What? How about yeah, this is my belt, or yeah, it's a hobby. You want to fight? It's like, Jesus, Mario.
Would you fight Mario? You're a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
You want to go toe-to-toe with Mario Cristobal?
I would be fine. I'd tussle there.
Let's set it up.
I think we got to fight. I'll send him the audio.
My response wouldn't be, you want to fight?
He'll probably get on a flight tonight.
He probably
miss
would.
the game tomorrow.
He's like, let's do.
You the guy that wants to fight me?
Let's do this. Yeah, trucks, balls, yeah. Jesus, Mario. That is
a lot of tea,
man.
man.
The tea that was flying around today during that interview was, I just thought of you. When I was watching it, I was like, somewhere Isaac Ropp's eyes are rolling right now. Rocco! Oh, Rocco!
Jiminy Christmas. Anybody going to the game tomorrow?
Rocco! Oh, my Rocco!
Sorry, I can't stop.
I'm not.
I'm not going to the game tomorrow.
No, I am.
Digital Jake is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Little Jakey poops.
Season ticket holder.
The BTJ ropes me into going to one a year, and we've already picked Wisconsin.
Oh, nice.
And we're going on a party bus with a bunch
Ooh.
of Wisconsin fans, which she's not thrilled about.
Oh, Jesus.
But you know what? They'll be your type because they'll be drinkers.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Party bus to Eugene with the crew from Jerry's Tavern.
Oh, boy.
That are all Wisconsin people.
BTJ might be in trouble.
Dude, it's going to be on.
All right, everybody have a great weekend. We are back Monday, 3 to 7 on The Fan. Good night.
Ships of Spain, red ships of Spain.
Touchdown 6, brother.
Or Forglapron.
Nailed it.